this guy play Cho, not even in scrims. Why would he pick it up in playoffs? And then he wins with it. So Bloisky's always been that type of guy.
Hello, good afternoon. Maaga tayo for today's video.
But he's got that.
Ito na ang day 2 playoffs ng MPL Indo.
It's always Bloisky against a
So, ang unang maglalaban ay Team Liquid ID and GEEK Fam. Yung mga nag-aantay sa ONIC ID, mamaya pa silang 7:15 PM. Mamayang gabi pa. Pwede pa kayong gumawa ng assignment.
The real first team roamer in ID.
Okay. I don't think that's a hot take.
Yeah.
But granted, if we're looking at the statistics, they're very similar. They're
Yes.
very similar. But one of the stark differences that I still see between these two is that intelligence. Game 3 yesterday, what were your thoughts on that?
I mean,
That's crazy.
it's a call that
What a call.
I think only Baloy
John Michael, hello.
You know, in the playoffs, I mean, yeah, it's not game 5, it's still game 3 there.
Kumusta
0-10,
naman?
So they can try and make crazy plays because if they lose, then
Ate Kling, hello.
I don't care. We just reset.
Di ka makakapag-mod today. Ayos na yan,
They can
tay.
pull it off. The teams are on the same mindset. So
Bianchana, Bianchana.
Baloy and GEEK, especially GEEK, when they made it to playoffs, oh, they're so.
Ginagawa mo sa school, nakikipag ano ka ba, date? Sa school makipag-date.
Because
Joke
in this
lang.
match, the EXP lane plays a very different role for the team. Marcel is also one of the players with a very deep hero pool. Which
Ano ba yan, clearance o
their game plan.
chikahan
Okay, so
lang?
here he's highlighting the EXP laner and the differences for Marcel in particular.
I do
Init,
agree with that,
grabe.
because I feel like trio mid is the heart of the team, and the XP lane is the backbone. So if you're, yeah, but again though, the XP lane is the backbone. If you have a good XP lane, then you're probably gonna win the early game and snowball from there.
And speaking of good XP laners, we also have a quote from Cram. Marcel should also be noticed by other teams, especially since
Wow.
he's still new.
Wow.
And it's gone. And it's gone. Thank
Hindi
you.
na natapos
From the 5 feet
yun.
man himself.
You should have paused that.
Shit, man. From the 5 feet man himself.
Yeah, 5 feet man. The guy who takes a chill pill in MPL Malaysia, you know, and decides to lock in when we get to internationals. He knows a thing or two about being a good XP. An MSC winning XP laner as well. Fantastic, man. Imagine being Marcel. You look at Marcel, you look at Nazara, you look at Dritchel, you look at Leone, and you kind of forget that they're new.
Yes.
Because of how good they've played in the regular season, how good they've, well, at least
Game na,
Geek
game na.
played in the first day of playoffs. Dude, playing in your
Game
first play-in match, an elimination match, and doing that well, I'm impressed.
They're so clean. They're so clean with it. And then we're looking at the drafting phase. Mirko, prediction on the map.
Dangerous
Dangerous
grass.
grass. Yes. We nailed it.
Okay.
Took me a while, took me a while.
We nailed that.
And drafting phase, it will be Dangerous Grass. It will be presented to you by the official gaming phone Infinix GT50 Pro. We have TLID on blue, GEEK on red. Insta reactions, talk to us.
Told you. Boy, pick your poison. He doesn't like ban out Leone's hero here.
Yep.
The glue is open, the chip is open. So we can see
Different
both.
perspectives
Yes,
exposed.
the Marcel is banned out.
Yeah, unlike
Marcel.
another team who lets go of the
Marcel
they
Fred,
now
Fred
respect
ban.
purely here, TLID.
Ging, Harley,
With the
Phobius.
Fanny open, by the way. Both teams have played Fanny. It hasn't worked out, but Geek Fam will prioritize the Paquito. And let's snatch away the claw, the double side control.
Double side control. The strongest X lane hero and also the strongest gold lane hero right now. So let's see what
If you don't
TLID.
count Freya and
Yes.
Phobius.
Yeah, because it's always banned out, right?
That's
Freya
true.
Phobius. So let's see what TLID is gonna answer because Yves, no, I mean not Yves. The jungler, early jungler for Kevin, or Kevin's gonna cook something up. But again, a Harriet is also like one of the answer for the Claude in the laning phase. Although Claude wins it, but again against the Paquito it's harder to focus on the Harriet. So let's see what is. Yep. And the glue is been open.
Yep,
And
it's open.
it's also flex.
That's true.
Aran has played the glue before, so again for Team Liquid ID, the glue is a flex. Oh, so you just open up GEEK now? No?
I agree.
If you're if you're a GEEK fan here,
It should just be the Eve here. The Paquito and the Claude into the Eve would make a lot of sense. Picking up a jungler for Nazara could also be another thing that they want to look out for if you're going for one of those Leo Mords, one of those Bakshas as well. But we've learned through the regular season that you want to give Nazara picks where he can shine, where he can think about it. Eve becomes the choice with the Claude, so they take away the counter, and then they go for the Eve. TLID, great flex, like you said, Coach. This is one of the main reasons I voted for Hanjiao. He keeps it simple. He doesn't go and, you know, pick up a Saber jungle like some other coaches. TLID just, they're the good blue team.
Evos is catching strays from Mirko.
Wait, Evos, I'm talking about IG. What are you talking about?
They're not blue.
No, that's true. They are white.
Again, ban out the Baxia. Again, yeah, Kevin. I think defense are insinuating that Kevin's gonna play the...
And as expected, right?
Jungler, yeah, the Kalia ban again.
Mahirap pa mag-live ng ganito aga, no? Wala tayo kausap.
They played with the same composition, the Pakiro, Claude, Jim, and also Chip. So I think it's gonna look be banned out by Team Liquid.
Could be, but it could also just be another... the Atlas, yeah. Very good ban as well, Geek Fam. This time they don't pick it up
Atlas
early.
ban.
So, is it, I think really up against Dewa United, it's more of them go, whoa, Nazara! I mean...
I was gonna point out it's a good Fanny game.
It is a good Fanny game, but Nazara, are you comfortable on the Fanny? This is a hero that does well when you're able to think for yourself. That's exactly the player that Nazara is. But also, mechanics plays into this pick a lot more than a Harley and a Guinevere. And again, when it comes to mechanics, I don't think Nazara is upper echelon. I think he is an intelligent jungler. Jote as well, though. He is very good at playing it slow. He's very good at taking stuff away. He's also an intelligent jungler.
Open si
They go for a
Prime.
signature Leo Ward. They go for the Sora.
Sora Leomord or Sora Suyo, probably. But again,
I think it's more Sora Leo Ward, man. But
Sora Suyo.
dang, against the Eve here.
Yeah, but again though, Geek Fam, I can see, I think they need, Aloy needs a tanky voice, a high loss, a god lot to balance out the composition because it's all damage here.
That's true.
Bakiro with the long lane, they have so much lane control, so let's see how Geek Fam is gonna play this out from this round. But they need a high loss, they need a god lot, they need a pretty tanky line.
Hey, again, they need a tank.
Yes.
But they need lock for this glue. They need to shut him down. I think it's about the god lot and the high lows. Once the glue gets on you, you're kind of cooked.
But again though, if you pick up Chip here, you're insane, you're crazy here.
What about, Chip's kind of insane. Cho,
it's a high
lows,
lows,
god lot. They don't want to go for the Cho. It's too squishy. They go for the high lows. But again, this high lows means that the glue is going to get some easy mounts. And it's Leone, bro.
Leone the glue, again, back again.
Final predictions?
I
like TL.
TLID.
Okay, 2 for TLID. We're gonna ask the casters, are you TLID or are you Geek?
Thank you very much, panelists. It is me, Realize.
Kaya guys, TLID or Geek Fam?
MPL ID Season 17 Playoffs Day 2. And what do you think about the drafts, Donnie? Do you have TLID or Geek Fam on your side?
I think TLID gets game 1. I prefer their draft here for our first game, but let's see again. All right, Geek Fam, they have warmed up. They got the stage yesterday. And let's see, with that momentum coming into this series, will it come to full effect? Because this is the upper brackets finals.
Yep, they will be fighting for that spot, but this is the draft index. Not much favored towards TLID, it's favoring towards Geek Fam, but hey, let's see. TLID against Geek Fam. One team survived the regular season, the other defied it. Geek Fam forged its struggle, and Team Liquid ID built from doubt. Who will be the first team to advance to the upper bracket finals? Let us see in the Land of Dawn.
Let's see indeed. Zara on the Fanny. Now, will he be able to find success? Going up against Aglu, going up against Aran as well. Now, Kyo needs to play it carefully here, especially in the early laning phase.
Yep, this was the question that the panelists did ask as well. Is Nazara comfortable with the Fanny? He played it, I think, a few times in the regular season. And to be honest, he didn't really look that shaky with it. In fact, he looked comfortable. But it is not as flashy, as high impact as you would say a Yazuke Fanny, right? So let's just see if he will be able to mount some damage here.
Well, this is the early game that the Fanny wanted. That's Nazara picking up first blood.
And he answers the call straight away with the Fanny. That's what you want. You want to have early game tempo. You want to have early game assurance when you play the Fanny. And this is what Nazara is able to do. Now the question is that TLID hasn't really been able to invade his own jungle, really disrupt his farming patterns, but emblems by Bayu right here. Marksman emblem for Kevin and the Suyo, extra pen for him. Hiro, though, with the agility, will have extra roaming potential.
Oh, this is not looking good for a kill. Another kill for Nazara.
Uh-oh, this is what you don't want to give towards the Fanny, right? Because Nazara is just going to ball out. And look at Genziski, is munching the turret plates. That's going to be a win slightly on the bottom side of the map. That's Cold Lane as well. Nazara comes swinging by.
Looking for the third kill of the game. Leone looking very vulnerable. That's a stun. That's a kill. Nazara again on the board for GEEK.
Giving everything towards him. He is super rich. A hat trick of kills. Able to be secured by Nazara. And now, look at the turtle. They're going to contest for it. Or rather, they're going to get it for free. Because usually, the Suyo is in the picture. The Suyo has that prio for a little while, right? Especially with the Soul Sever and how quick you can escape. For the Fanny, you don't really want to start a turtle. You want to come in swinging and then possibly press the retribution. And that was a big, big win. And now up top.
Yeah, this is going to be Marcel now in trouble, but here comes Nazara, who is on 3
Marcel.
kills. Now Iran will not be able to finish the job. Marcel survives. They are still at a 0 kills on the board. Now this is the early game that GEEK Fam has planned.
And that is the Sora popping. The blue form still unable to get the kill. Nazara comes in time. That's a quad trick. A 4-peat, you would say. 4 kills. All to his name. Competitions by GoPay, though. Mostly favoring TLID. Only Coach Joe standing alone with that GEEK Fam vote.
Yeah, it's very close. You know, Mirko, Aldo voted for a 3-2 Eterna, though.
Yep.
Only the one confident being at a 3-game series. Let's see which route will it go to. Nazara again looking for a kill in the mid lane. Still able to be dodged away. TLID still nothing on the board for the Cavalry.
Yeah, they're not really putting the pressure towards the Fanny. Look at that!
Nazara again with the angle. What?
Nazara! Solo! What that was supposed to be a solo kill, was it not? Yo!
Oh, this is so tough for TL.
Look at the Fanny go, just swinging in. That's 5 kills for the Fanny. And up to this point, look at the gold lead as well. That's gonna be 900 gold up towards Kevin. He's level 7 as well. A 1-level discrepancy, but still the Fanny is fed with the kills. And there isn't really disruption coming from TLID to stop the pressure that the Fanny is mounting. And that raises the question, what will this glue do, right? Because with the glue, you can be very disruptive. You can escape, and the mount as well brings you closer.
Oh.
Down bottom, though, Nazara again.
Yep, that's a solo kill! Nazara, nothing can stop him. 6 out of 6 kills already for GEEK Fam.
This is the case of Nazara being so comfortable with this Fanny. But not only that, he is given a comfortable space to farm, to go and get kills.
Wow.
Rotational plays with TLID has been quite confusing, I would say, quite questionable. The fact that Nazara is able to get 6 kills without any disruption and mostly was isolation, mostly was solo kills, and that really helped as well. So now the question is, what will TLID play through? The Harith, sure, skills for the late game. That is possible too. Item builds by Dunia Games. You can see Dreadnought purchased right away by Aran. He needs to tank the Fanny damage. And Kevin will still go the James Pax route. That Sky Piercer, loaded up, queued. And elsewhere, it's GEEK Fam balling in.
Perhaps this might be the first kill on the board for TL. They finally found it. That's going to be a kill for kill. Finally something on the board here for the Cavalry.
At least it goes towards the Harith. TLID. Try to play it slow again. And possibly this time back each other up. Don't let Nazara go alone!
Ah, that's a godlike by Nazara. A solo again.
5 minutes, 7 kills. That's like 1.5 kills per minute. And now, what will stop the Fanny? The Fanny has completed the Heptaseed on the way to something else. That's the Longsword also completed. So, yeah, TLID. Now the bells are ringing. Rather level 10 for Nazara, and look at Kevin.
Looking for a kill under the turret. This might be a shutdown. Nazara still able to find angles with the cables to get out top lane here. It might be a turret down, and that's going to be Marcel securing it. It's a 1v1. Iran does not want business. He got to realize that he is still behind if you compare it goal-wise.
And I feel bad because we've only been discussing about the Fanny, the Malefic Roar. 6 minutes gone, and you have yourself a Heptasy, a Malefic Roar, extra damage, bypassing all the other needs that the Fanny really needs to buy. Probably the Brute Force, probably something else. He goes in full damage because he knows he's snowballing and nobody can really stop him. You have a heavy CC. But in what form that can really lock down the Fanny? Possibly the grab, or maybe the shifting skies. But Nazara can bypass all of that because the Fanny. And now TLID, they need to converge together, possibly force a team fight. If you want, give a Chekhov. You can go for Kenziski. Rather, the Paquito up top doesn't make things better because the Paquito excels in that split push. And nobody's going to really mirror him because once they do that, it's going to turn into a 2v1 because the Fanny can always show up. I don't know.
Red team has slain the turtle.
Yesterday on the interview, Nazara states that he was fired up for playoffs for day one. Seems like it will continue here in day two, at least for game one. 7-0 already. 7 out of 7 kills from GEEK Fam, for GEEK Fam.
And this begs the question, if we pull it retrospectively, is this a case of TLID and their rookies struggling with the playoffs vibe, right? I mean, for Leone, no. He's been there in MPL Malaysia. Drichel, possibly, his first playoff. Uh-oh, Nazara.
That's going to be something good popped by Drichel. That's information now. 80 seconds on the clock for that first Lord. TLID, take a look at the goal difference. It's technically doable. 3K, that's one fight away, but seems like they're struggling to find a winning engage.
Yep. You do notice, Donnie, we haven't really seen a team fight in this game as of yet. Possibly that 2v1 or 3v1 down bottom where TLID was collapsing on Kenziski. But other than that, it has been the Nazara show. This is MPL Nazara and MPL ID by Baloyski with the chastise. Will help him survive even more. And now you see the Eve go with the Wishing Lantern. You have extra damage again with the projectiles that's going to really catch on to the members of TLID. Nazara, I suppose that's going to be a war axe for the Fanny, extra survivability. And look at where, you know, Kevin goes in, right? He goes for the Sky Piercer, skips the Hunter Strike, goes for the war axe, because he needs that sustainability. He needs that kind of like semi-tankiness, and you have that sustainability in terms of the regen you get, the lifesteal, so at least he knows he needs to fight for survival. Because if you want to go for full damage, you're just gonna melt in the hands of the Fanny. And now TLID needs to force something, because they need to start feeding Kevin the Sky Piercer stacks, right? They need to feed Kevin the kills, because Kevin will have to be the one to carry the torch, or possibly Kyo if they want to play the long game, but that is if GEEK Fam will hold and not close it quickly.
And they gotta also find a way to shut Nazara down. That's, again, a big bounty on Nazara's name. If TLID finds an angle to kill Nazara, I think that's going to be a neutralizer. That's going to be a Kyo in trouble on the bottom side. This time around,
it's the cable!
The Shaman Force! Oh my goodness, Nazara with the cable! And that's the shutdown that we were talking about.
And with all the elimination, hold on a minute, Ron.
Yep, top lane, 1v2, a boy finds the kill. That's going to be Kevin looking for an angle. Leone from the flanks looks to create problems for the formation of GEEK Fam. Two-man immobilization with the flicker. Kevin Marcel looking to buy time. That's a mount top lane. Kenzie finds a blazing duet. Ritual goes down with the BMI. Kenzie finds Kevin.
And with Nazara illuminating the Velodrome, darkness settles in. He missed the cable. He died, Marcel!
Finds the angle to grab a kill again. It's 2-11 on the board. Kenzie gets the Lord.
And we thought TLID might want to force the issue with Nazara being down, but they fumbled. And GEEK Fam forced the team fight, our first team fight of the game. And it still goes to GEEK Fam's side. TLID fumbling again. And we talked about the Fanny. We talked about the Fanny being so fed. But what about this Paquito? He's been creeping in from the darkness, finally lighting up the room with the items he's built. How he scales. The Sea Halberd is well completed. And with Hunter Strike 2, adds more damage. The anti-regen as well towards the glue you would expect to deliver. We talked about Kyo, right? Scaling good towards the late game, but GEEK Fam has the same insurance. The Yi late game is just disgusting to deal with. And then you have Kenziski on the Claude, going for the Malefic gun because he knows he needs to hit from afar. And up top, Akito also split pushing. They're gonna get 2 Holy Shields, I believe.
Now that's gonna be the Holy Shield in the bottom lane, taken down, triggered, and Geek Fam will slow push this round. All tier 2 and tier 1s from side of TLID has gone down, ladies and gentlemen, and now they force the bottom lane. Let's see if they get it. That's a stun on Tozaran. That's gonna be the angle. Nazara looking to jump in, but so far, oh, Nazara still has the cables, but the bottom tier, bottom side has, well, at least it still stands for TLID.
And this is where TLID, you know, has to answer the question, right? Who really comes in? I mean, sure, the Sora can do that, but will the follow-up be there? Because you have 2 artillery, right, so to speak. I mean, the Claude with the Malefic gun can kind of hit from afar. But then the biggest problem, which has been a sleepwalking giant, is the Yi. You know, the Void Blast, the RWM, that box. The Suyo can't operate inside of that. How resistant is he to the magic damage? Oh, Blazing Duet!
Kenzie with the Blazing Duet finds Ritual and kill at the same time. That's gonna be 3 members off the board. TLID dismantled. Finally, Kevin finds a shutdown, but Nazara looks to kill Leone. That's a mount all alone. The glue is looking to buy time. Now, that's going to be Kevin now, looking to find the Sky Piercer. Oh, take a look at the mid lane. That's a kill again for Kenzie. Leone cannot escape the power of a boy and Nazara. And here it comes. The mid wave is crashing, ladies and gentlemen. 13 minutes is all it took.
Grabe, bilis naman. 13 minutes.
Monster Maker Baloyski with his monsters take game 1 TLID. It is not going to be a smooth ride.
Nagwawala yung Fanny.
13 minutes. A 7-0 Fanny on the span of 5 minutes. And Geek Fam completely different
Bilis.
in the playoffs. They strike first. And you can see it in Marcel. That's a knockout strike. At least the jabs and the crosses do come in. TLID, a lot of questions raised. The disconnect.
JR, hello. Hello
The way
everyone.
they made the Fanny so comfortable. And now we need
So,
answers.
the timer, mga 20 minutes after, 20 minutes bago ulit mag-start yung next game. Ganun sila katagal.
Well, let's see. Geek Fam with something to answer. At least the fans are still up on their feet cheering. The TLID, it's been a quiet side. The corner right there. A lot of questions, of course. Not only from us, from the fans, even from the players, possibly. Take a look at this, where Nazara really excelled. He was given time and space to do whatever the hell he wants. And again, is it a question of pressure? Is it the question of, you know, the playoffs butterflies catching into TLID? A lot of questions needs to be answered. And Geek Fam still very impeccable, 13 minutes. The Paquito didn't do TLID any better. They made it worse. They looked for the end on this last team fight. Crystal crashed. A lot of questions.
Tapos na ba lang ONIC? Hindi pa, mamaya pa ang ONIC sa alas 7 pa ng gabi. Tagal na.
In the regular season, Geek Fam were able to get the fastest game of that week. Broke the win streak, got 8 minutes game, and now they come into the playoffs and they also get the fastest game in the playoffs. 13 minutes
Fastest
and 2
game in the
seconds. That's all
playoffs.
it took for Geek Fam to take down TLID, and I would say as a dominant and
Grabe
really
naman
one-sided game.
yun.
Hey, Nazara had a 100% win rate in MDL, but then he played in the regular season, 0% win rate on the Fanny. So we were like, all right, it's not his pick.
But it's a good Fanny game.
It was a good Fanny game, but we were like, all right, but it's not his pick. Nazara decided to smack the ever-living hell out of TL. Bro, Nazara was everywhere. He was doing everything. He could do whatever he wanted. Only one mistake, obviously, down below.
Yeah.
He tried to solo kill Kyo. Kyo scaled at that point, could already handle the 1v1s with the Chrono Dash shielding, but my god, Nazara, you're already my favorite Geek fan player, man. Calm down. This was fantastic.
So the way he passed, he doesn't take his purple buff first.
Yeah.
He went from orange, and then he ganks mid, get the Zushin, and then goes for the purple buff, and from there, he just wreak havoc. Because I thought Geek Fam's gonna play it slow. They have the hero clock.
Exactly.
They have the scaling composition with the Eve. But no. Nazara said no. I will show up. I will silence my haters. I can play the Fanny, man.
I think that's a really good point to make because when he picked up the Fanny in the regular season, after that he got so much hate.
Yeah, it was very lackluster.
Oh, and that's why you mentioned the Fanny was at a 0% win rate. But here in the playoffs, again, something about the Geek Fam players, when they get to playoffs, it's like they wake up. It's like there's a switch that flips.
Man,
It's Valoisky switch.
Wish and flip.
It shows that Geek Fans
Ang sa Harry Potter yun.
They know what they want to play. They know their power picks. I might say they kind of make it a secret about the Fanny. Wait, is it Marcel? No.
Okay, I was
There you
about to
go.
get juked there. Oh my god.
Grabe.
Nazara is shaking. He's shaking. He's listening to the haters.
Yes.
Yo, we called him a bad jungler. I don't know, chat. I don't know, but like, honestly, this guy, I love him, right? Not just because he's great at jungling, not just because he's intelligent, but the fact that he's vocal, right? We need more players like this. I hope the times of those silent players, those quote-unquote humble players is over because I want to hear more honest thoughts from players. And look at how honest he played this game as well. He said, TL, I want to smash you, and smash you did.
Smash it. Early game.
Hindi siya MVP, dinaya.
TL thought that Geekfam's gonna go for the turtle lane, but no. I will bully your gold lane. I will bully your mid laner. A Glue Shin cannot face.
Stun ba siya
Fanny.
dun?
And here, a talent effort by Aran trying to solo kill Marcel, but it's just a bait for Nazara to come and sweep around. And again, 7-0 in the early game. And if you're 7-0 Fanny, I think if Virgo can play this.
Okay, no, probably not. No.
Probably not.
It needs to be 15-0 against bots, then maybe I can play it.
Maybe I can.
Maybe.
But Nazara has been playing so well. He always looks for the, whoever's alone in the lanes.
Yup.
And he's very active. Looking insane, looking crazy, but yeah, this one almost, here. The one mistake that he did, energy's
Yeah.
gone. But again, at that point, his team already scaled up. Without Nazara here, Marcel just showed up. Heavy left squad, jab everyone. Man, GFAM is showing up in this.
They're playing so well, and again, they're playing towards their strengths, right? This is the thing about Geek Fan that we've been talking about, how they can do well in playoffs, is playing around Marcel and Nazara. These are the two guys that can lead you to, I think, even a championship title. Legit, with the way that they're performing right now, I don't want Kenzie to play a strong side pick ever again. I want him to be on weak side. I want him to play alone. I want the rest of the team to rotate over to Marcel. I want a whole team to play around Nazara. And that's what we're seeing, dude. These two rookies are fantastic. Maybe that team did throw him out.
Ooh, again, catching strays. Third
Oh,
time
what are you
now.
doing? I'm talking about, my MCL team.
MCL team, okay.
The MCL team.
Yes.
But even through statistics and data, you
Ang
can
pwede
see on
manood
the
ng
surface
live
it
nila
was
kagabi.
critical, I think, for
Live
most
ng
members
ONIC.
of TLID, because if we're talking about
Ba?
the strong parts of
Walang
GFAM,
laban
we
ng
also need to
ONIC
talk about the
kagabi.
strongest, parts
Mamayang
of
gabi pa
TLID
yung
that
laro
really
nila.
didn't get any time to shine. Kevin early game.
Pero
he was
yung laro
defeated
kagabi,
over, he was taken down.
meron din
As
naman
well.
akong live nun.
The tip of the spear
Or
usually
sa
is the goat,
Yes.
and they didn't give him anything.
Mobile Legends Esports page.
Online, he's too active. Nazara
Para
is
English.
great in this game. We thought the Fanny pick, it was a very good Fanny pick. Nobody can handle the Fanny. But again, it depends on
May
the
live
talent
stream
who plays
sila.
the Fanny. If he plays this well, okay, then the Fanny is a very good pick. But if we see the Nazara in the regular season, yeah.
Adi, hello.
It's a meh pick,
Yeah.
But again, the way he's been
What's
active,
up,
the way
what's
he's
up?
helping the mid lane, gold lane, XP lane, he's rotating everywhere in the map, and that's why it makes a Liquid feel exhausted, The fan is just cabling, solo killing everyone, getting trades. Man, GFAM.
You're welcome po.
It begs the question now, Jote, is it time for you to bring out the Fanny, right? Because I remember his Fanny being very, very good last season, but this season he's also sitting at a 0% win rate.
I remember Nile.
Exactly. Now
Talking
bashed
smack,
him
yeah,
for he's
back.
like, yo, if you're gonna play Fanny like that, might as well give it to me, Stuff like that. So the Jote, it's time for you to step up, man, because right now it's looking like Geek Fam
Sarap
are really
matulog.
here for that title. They're really here for Paris.
Tulog ka
They want
muna.
to go for it, man. And Leone on a signature pick that's always banned out since what, week 4 or week 3 of the regular season. We see him do nothing with it. Geek Fam read everything out, just like they did to break their win streak. TLID were 4-0 as they turn a mention, and Geek Fam were the ones to break their streak.
BBB, man.
That big brain of his gotta go, man.
Well,
It's
the
too big.
coaching staff of the season, they need to step up here.
Oh, yeah. I do agree with
And
that.
the rookie of the season.
And the
Yes.
rookie of the season.
And the first
And
team
first
XP.
team XP.
And the second team jungle.
Second team jungler.
There you go. I think second team Rome as well, no?
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Second team was Leone.
Kevin and Leon.
Something's gotta change.
Naka
Yeah, wake
8
up.
minutes pa lang.
Come on.
20 minutes
Maybe
pa yun.
Honjo also didn't expect the fatty
Yes.
performance,
For sure.
right?
That's for sure.
In
Because
hindsight.
in hindsight, yes. Because if I'm Hanjao, I will ban the Fanny there. Because it is a very good Fanny game. A Glue, a Jushin, and a Harriet. Yeah. If your jungler can play Fanny, that's an almost free Fanny game. And yeah, that's why, man, Hanjao, I really want to see Arano the Pakiro, man. First pick it. Come on, man. It's the best XP laner right now without the Povius. And the Claude, again, best gold laner right now without Freya.
Yep.
So, come on. You're giving it for free for Geek Fam.
That's why I think it's so tricky because technically the Jushin pick is something that they always did in the regular season. It's a power pick for Drichel, right?
And also, a kind of trap pick because I think Baloy set up
Yeah.
from even last match against Dewa because they even first picked the Zushin
Yeah.
without the Pakiro. So it means like, okay, maybe Geek Fam prioritize more of the Jushin. We can just let him play the Pakiro, but no. They're showing that they can play the Pakiro very well, they can play the Claude very well, even the Fanny.
Yeah, I think the Juicing Prio is very, very good. I think it's just the lack of respect right now. And it's, again, kind of justifiable if you look at the regular season, how Nazara has played. He's done really, really well on certain picks, and that's why they've already targeted him down. Guinevere ban, Harley ban. It put them in a false sense of security where they thought, okay, Nazara, we've dealt with him. Now we got to deal with everybody else.
Yeah.
But as they look to everybody else, Nazara has
Pop-off.
been using those 2 weeks in between the regular season and the playoffs to learn these new picks, and we can only just wait and see what other picks come up today for Nazara.
And for now, we do want to appreciate the best in the business. Coach Aldo, can you help me pick it up? Look at that. Look at that. Oh!
Green.
Can they get,
Wait, let me.
you know how to turn on?
Yes.
Okay, there you go. Ladies and gentlemen, Infinix GT50 Pro. Can we get a zoom in, perhaps? Okay. We'll get a zoom in later. Oh, it's
Oh,
so
it's on.
beautiful.
It's on.
You don't even need the zoom.
Yeah, you didn't even.
You don't even need the zoom. But if we do zoom in, this is what it looks like. For those of you who are enormous
Tignan mo,
fans
likod
of
doon.
pushing rank, you guys can definitely upgrade to
Pang
the
gamer
GT50
talaga eh.
Pro because of all the specs. That's so amazing. It has the precise gaming cooler. The LED is great, 144 FPS as well when it comes down to the gaming ecosystem, and pressure sense GT trigger for a more
Sana tagalan
responsive
nila yung
control. It's
update
now
ng
available
OS
at
dyan.
the
eh.
Infinix store. You guys can check it out in the QR code and get the best deal available now. What are you waiting for?
I think I can play Fanny like Nazara if I use Infinix GT50.
Yeah, and you won't be pressured at all because that liquid cooling inside there is going to help you stay cool for the whole matchup, all right? Also on that phone, I believe you can download GoPay and you can actually
Yes,
vote for your
sir.
champion here in MPLID Season 17.
Super easy. All you guys need to do is open up the app on your phone and you can win so many cool things. It's not just discounts, it's not just vouchers, but you guys can get a chance to win the fairy rings. There's also motorbikes available, Todak thrones that you guys
Pwede
saw
ba tayo dyan mag-scan?
exclusively in the VIP area. So don't forget to vote your champion before every MPL match begins. Don't miss out.
You know who I voted for?
It's wrong.
Yes, sir. Baguette Tron. Because you're going
That's
to Paris.
really good.
Get turn.
That was actually pretty good. And while you're at it, you guys don't forget to check out WDP or the weekly Diamond Pass for only, I think it's free.
It's free.
It's free.
It's free.
WDP rather. It's not just a discount, it's free. All you need to do is find the promo and claim the promo only at gopay.co.id/games, or you guys can scan the QR code down below here, and you can top up diamonds as well. Other than the WDP, really just in an affordable way. It's super efficient, accessible. Everything's just so easy when you have GoPay. And it's not just exclusive for, you know, gaming, right? I use it for lifestyle. I pay my bills with GoPay, like my electricity, my water bills, just all the bills. All the bills, guys, all the bills.
You know, I wonder, with Geek Fam having a crazy game one and Bigatron also winning yesterday, why is it that when Bigatron does well, Geek Fam also do better? Or, well, right? Season 12, Bigatron looked very good. They go to the lower brackets. They almost beat ONIC in the upper brackets.
Yes.
They meet Geek Fam, and Geek Fam said, no, M series. No, no, no.
That's really weird. I wonder why.
And it was also a rookie in the jungle with
And
an
an
N,
XP
with an N name.
And an
Patterns.
experience.
Patterns. And it's also a pattern that every time we get through MPL and every day that we're here for you guys at MPL, we want to remind you to get Click Indomart because, you know, Mirko reminded me very interestingly that
Of
you
her
guys
age.
don't have to go to the physical store to get what you need.
Oh, that too.
Because of my age.
Because of her age. Because she's like pushing 45 right now.
60
and obviously,
actually.
back in the 1950s, they didn't
Yeah.
have this
No, they didn't.
technology where you can actually get your groceries from wherever you are. I actually just ordered fruits, drinks for all of us.
40 plus na
right
si
here.
ano,
Don't worry,
Eater
if
na.
you're hungry, I got you
Yeah.
yummy choice from Click Indomart as well. A lot of very, very good options for you guys. Me personally, I like the onigiri.
I like the bento.
He likes the bento,
Yeah.
Fried chicken.
fried chicken.
Fried.
Realize love the sausages that we have right there
Yes.
later. So it's all through the Click Indomart app.
There you go. That's how much value you guys can get from Click Indomart. I didn't know that, but well, it's okay. We can start now. It's all good. It's all good.
It's all good.
It's all good.
I feel a presence.
I feel
What
present.
presents?
I feel a presence to Glaze.
Please, who?
Whoa!
It's the goat and the jolt.
Goat
Same
and a
DNA,
Goat and
same
jolt.
destiny? Question mark?
They're both of all times.
Yes.
It's just one is the greatest of all time, and one is the Joe of all time.
Joe.
Now, what does that mean? What is Joe? So far, it's looking like season 16 Joe.
Man, that's hard. That's hard. But again, though, man, the GOAT and the laugh. Look at those win rates, man. Suyu 90%, only lost once. But again, Kevin, I think, yeah, after that game, 50% now.
Yeah.
4 picks.
Yeah, not as great.
Not as great. But the Fredrin, though, looks kind of similar.
Yeah, we're looking at very similar picks actually between both of them. It's a wonder, is it something to do with the fact that they're under the same organization, maybe?
I think so. You know, I mean, they obviously scrim with each
Scrim
other when
partners.
they're good, and both of them are really, really good this season. One better than the other. I won't say which one. You guys can make a wild guess on that one. But Sanford, Aeon, Snap, they all told me, my stream, that TLID is going to make it a Paris.
Ooh.
They trust in what they've done in the scrims, in practice.
Yes.
Well, they're 1 point down now, so it's not looking too great.
Hey, even the GOAT has been 1 point down before.
Okay, I trust in that.
As long as you're not 3 points down, you have a chance.
Yes.
That is also very true. But it looks like the drafting phase
Wow, mabilis
is
nga.
upon us,
16 minutes
ladies and
na.
gentlemen. Game number 2
Nice,
in the
nice,
upper
nice, nice.
bracket semifinals. Our first one of the day between TLID and Geek Fam once again. And we're gonna kick things off here for game number 2 with
Expanding Rivers.
Expanding
Yes.
Rivers.
We got it correct.
Yeah,
Expanding
yeah.
Rivers.
Expanding Rivers, bro.
Wow.
I mean, come on,
Come on,
Eterna.
come on,
It's that
Eterna.
easy.
It's
dude.
that easy.
yes. But here it is, drafting phase presented to you by the official gaming phone Infinix
Wait.
GT50 Pro.
Bilis.
No way.
These are fast drafts. We're getting straight into it.
Wow.
Guys, just break it down for us.
Eugene Miles, Harit agad.
Same first pick and second. Yeah, first
except
pick
for
for
the
both
glue.
teams, yeah. Except for the glue. They changed it to the high loss. So it means that if they pick up the Eve, they're just gonna ban out the tanky
Fanny.
boys.
Eve
Yeah,
ulit.
Gatot, yeah. I think it's gonna be similar. It's either they ban out the Fanny or they ban out the Gatot and make probably the Atlas. So they don't have any tanky boys left in the lineup. But But again, though, I don't feel good like opening up the packet on the cloud again. What
Yeah,
do you
me
think?
neither. I think there's a way to actually beat it out, though. The Juicin is very, very good right now, and we've seen from Shogun that you can actually deal with the Paquito with an Alice. So we'll see if the Alice shows up later on. With that being said, do you want to just put your respect on Nazara? Because, hey, the Fanny worked last game. But if you look at the regular season, when there's no Guinevere, when there's no Harley, what pick did he go to on red side last pick?
Still a Suyo or Leomord. But
It was
again,
a Hayabusa.
oh yes, it was Hayabusa.
So I don't know if TLID want to dig that deep. It doesn't look like they're going to go for a ban that deep. They're going to go for a classic ban in the Atlas. And this is actually what I thought was going to come up last game. I preferred the Leomord over the Suyo just because of the fact that, hey, if you fall behind on a Suyo, it hurts a bit more. Leomord has a little bit more in the game, in the early game, if you want to fight those turtles.
But TLID needs to bend the glue, no? They open up the Baxia on purpose.
Yep.
And they're gonna pick up the glue right here, R4. But they let it open. Man,
oh
GEEK
God.
fam is insane.
And if they can play the Baksha as well, that means Nazara will have no weaknesses, right?
Yes.
I think the weakness that we assumed he had coming into the playoffs is the fact that he cannot play those, all right, listen to me, go in type of heroes. He needs to think by himself. That's why the Guinevere, the Harley, the Fanny makes sense.
Yeah.
But the Baksha is kind of like, if Maloyski says go in,
Fanny.
you go in. They ban the Fanny. I think it's a very
Binan na
good
yung
choice.
Fanny.
Very good choice.
But the Kalea was
James
open,
School,
you know,
hello.
and they starting to like now give into GEEK Fam's picks. There you go.
There you go.
The Baksha comes in and they can still go Kalea.
Yes.
Last pick, the healing with the Kalea Baksha. We were talking about it with KB.
Yes.
Omawa, we had a scrim. Omawa couldn't die because of Kalea's KB's healing.
But my
alright.
Sora is insane though.
Yeah, maybe they go and switch the Paquito to Sword after.
Actually. But again, though, the Baxia, we all know that if they let it open,
man.
they just pick it. And again, for Team Liquid, what do you want to answer?
They got no shred.
They have no shred, yes. Because if they go glued, it's all magic damage.
Dude, it's so chop. What jungle can shred? Well, you gotta think about things like an alpha. that's not in here. It's not in the meta.
If they want to
Shows me to vanquish the
Sora
shadows
again.
that
Oh
plague
God.
this world.
This is a Kalea, is it not?
Is it basically the same draft, but change the glue to the high loss?
Anything works too.
Anything
they
works
can
right
go
here.
Gato Kacha, they can go Kalea. I personally prefer Kalea, and I think Beloyski's top pick this season has been Kalea.
Or is it Hellcurt? If they want to make it spicy,
Glue.
though.
Glue.
Glue, it seems.
Yeah, it seems the glue because we said it before. The glue is open. Glue is pretty good. Also, damage type-wise is the magic damage. Probably Beloy is gonna build that glue,
Yeah.
evil glue build.
For the cavalry though, the one sitting on our left as well. Hold on, like scrap
Blue.
it because
Uh-oh.
if Nazara can play the Baksha well, I don't know
Tapos
what you
hindi
can do
nag-click
next
yung
game.
okay.
I think they did just straight Guinevere and
Iba
Harley.
pala,
Just let it open.
nagloko
The reason we didn't like
yung
game one was
screen.
because he didn't do well on the Fanny in the regular season. Same goes for the Baksha, but if he can play both, oh God,
It's over.
oh God.
Uh-oh.
So,
What's
prediction
happening?
geek
Yes.
from the drafts?
Yes.
All right. 2 for Geek. And ladies and gentlemen, we are 1 game away from match point. If Geek Fam secure this, another step forward and a step backward for the young Stallions. And now, the moment is here. The moment is now. We're going to throw it over to our casters to see what they think about the drafts as well.
Thank you, panelists. Thank you, Eterna. Thank you, Mirko,
New
and
room.
Coach Aldo as well. They banned out the Fanny, and I actually met Nazara backstage.
Ayaw
Because of
na sa
this.
Fanny.
He was shaking, but he delivered an insane Fanny performance. I asked him, will TLID ban the Fanny? He said, yes, they will. And they banned it in the second phase. And let's see if he delivers with the Baksha, because if he does, it's gonna be hell for TLID.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to game 2 of Geek Fam and TLID. In case you missed it, TLID lost game 1 out. Will they bounce back and recover and equalize here? Or will Geek Fam double their lead?
And TLID doubling down on their draft still with the same core, the Sora, the Suyo, the Chusin, and even the Harris. They changed the Hylos instead. They take for themselves, and that kind of curtails some sort of reaction from Beloyski picking up the glue, because we didn't talk about it. The panelists did mention it out that the glue really is quite good and excels up against the Hylos, especially when you have a mountable target. And that Hylos is horse meat for the glue, especially with GEEK Fam wanting to party. And with the Baxia now, it enables him to rotate very, very quick. I believe he started orange buff, and now he's up on the purple buff. Emblems by Bayou, almost the same. Marksman emblem for the Suyo. Full defense emblem for the Hylos. And they want to roll out in mid, it seems like, but Kevin will be able to surge his way out. And Azara has hit level 4, means he has to put the Sans ready. And that's gonna add even more anti-regen, which is very good. Kevin is not gonna be able to farm safely.
Yeah, only a spell from a boy.
Oh,
was
flicker.
Rigger here. That's gonna be 2 spells then. On the board already.
Oh.
Rigger, GEEK Fam not having flicker on a boy and Beloy before the turtle fight. Slightly, TLID has an advantage. Now, will they be able to capitalize here on the first neutral objective take? Nazara is on it, initiating on the turtle now. TLID, how do they respond? That's going to be Marcel zoning the jungler of TLID. Flicker out, that's going to be the real world motivation. Dropping the AP down, but Kevin finds an angle to take Beloyski down while the trade will be the turtle for Beloy.
It's not too bad, to be honest, for TLID, because they were able to get a kill towards Kevin. And if he wants to itemize towards the Sky Piercer like he did in game number 1, then that is very good. Because now the Suyo is online, at least with 1 kill. That's something to work with. But at the same time, GEEK Fam has the turtle. Hold on a minute. Kill. Demand force.
No mana. That's going to be Purify Pops. That's going to be killed. Sidestepping towards the back. Still able to get out and recall.
A spell burn.
Yep.
Purify as well. Leone close by. Beloyski has not yet hit level 4. Save goes for Leone too. GEEK Fam. Will they be able to play with this lead? Look at where Marcel is.
Now that's going to be Marcel spotting Kevin out. Still able to sidestep and get the lead though. That's a small win there. Still only a kill on the board here. 3 minutes in.
That's clean. But look at the hottest prediction by GoPay. GEEK Fam leading the votes with 58%. Do they want to collapse on Kyo though? Kyo pops his on force. Make sure that he's able to shy away or shoo away Kinziski. Clears the wave too. Now the rotation from Nazara. Obviously not that significant just of yet. Only farming. Has the Molten Essence ready. Next is going to be another item to his board. And yep, Kevin still goes for the Sky Piercer route. Obviously really wants to look for the advantages. Still a Dreadnought armor though for Iran. So he's going to be able to tank more damage, especially up against a Paquito that is so oppressive in lane and can move around. Very mobile as well. And you kind of have to mirror that. But Sora doesn't really do that well in trying to mirror the Paquito, especially when you know that you have to save the utilities, you have to save the resources for the team fights, and that's where the Sora kind of struggles.
Yeah, definitely gotta be more aware of that. Now, notice that the gold here is practically even, only 200, almost 3. That is on Kenzie. Quad has more gold over than kill. Let's see the second neutral objective take TLID with the setup. That's gonna be Marcel spotted out. Shield Unity now popped alongside the real world manipulation. Perhaps a little bit too premature. Marcel jumps in. Kevin below 50% HP now. Leone with the glorious pathway to find the sun. Nazara though still on the turtle. That's gonna be an out by Beloy. That's gonna be a flicker from Iran. Beloy finds a flicker to get away, but the turtle now is still in contention. Kevin looking to find it. Clear. Marcel looking to find it. What? That's going to be a turtle for you, man. That's going to be Marcel surviving as well. TLID backing away.
How did he not die there? Marcel still alive, and that's what the Paquito does with the shielding as well. The second skill is very, very cheeky. Beloyski.
Yeah, no flicker this time. Kill! Finds a kill. Looking for more, but GEEK Fam still able to keep their distance.
My, oh my, there's a lot of boxes that you have to tick when you're playing up against GEEK Fam in this type of draft, in this type of scenario. The first one, obviously, are the tanky boys, right? The glue, the box, yeah. And then you have item number 2, the box, RWF. The Suyo can't just breeze past it. If you really want to go in, you have to go all in. You have to go and make sure you kill the Yves. And by then, you won't even know if you're going to get traded or not, right? And then number 3, obviously, you have the Claw. That's going to scale to the late game. So it gets tricky. Because in this type of scenario, the only ones that can die is Iran and Korea. But you want to keep Kevin at bay. You don't really want to risk the Suyo to go in just to get bursted by some magic damage. Because now you have two. You have the glue, you have the Eve as well. Obviously, the glue much more manageable, but the Eve, man, very disgusting to play against, especially with the box. So good on winning out neutral zones that you want to control, especially in the objective fights.
Definitely got to be more. The timing should be at least precise as well, right? The positioning as well. Now it's a gold lane matchup in the top this time around. Kyopa's region, so that's a slight win trade for Kenzie. Again, GEEK family want this structure. Here comes the dive. Here comes the rotation from 4 members. And Kyo says, you know what? I'm gonna let this turret go.
Yeah, he's gonna have to let it go as well. When he has a solid tag to his name, Feather Heaven queued up next. Beloyski, rather Kajiski's sorry. After DHS, Marcel. Yeah, not really gonna excel. But at least the brighter side for TLID is that they have someone that can really match the Keto. Not in a sense that it can go in a 1v1, but it can kind of match the tempo that Marcel has. Hold on a minute.
Oh, that's a 2v1. The Turtle, they want this kill. Marcel in a 2v1 situation.
Marcel.
The stun, the damage finally coming through again for TL. Now real world formation locking in place. Two-man mobilization, but unfortunately not enough damage. Take a look at Kenzie eyeing for that structure top already at 50% HP. Here comes Kill with the Shaman Force, looking to provide damage with Kenzie! Yo! Alongside the members of GEEK fam, finds the collapse, and 2 members from TL obliterated.
They wipe the floor clean with those 2 kills. Earlier on, it was 3-0 for TLID, but GEEK fam still in full control of the game. Now, it goes even deeper to GEEK fam's territory. We talked about the Paquito again, being such a menace in the side lane. The Suyo will answer that. But then what happens on the other side of the map? Because as of now, TLID still lacking damage. The panel also mentioned that they don't really have Shred to go through GEEK fam. Item check now by Dunia Games. Well, obviously, still again going for the War Axe. Survivability is key for Kevin. But you see Leone completing the rated armor. And now it gets tricky because Kevin might be collapsed upon.
Now the Sun, that's a real world equation locking him in place. Marcel finds a go under his own turret. That's gonna be GEEK fam now repositioning. TLID cannot do anything, that's a mount. But it seems like Belois cannot be able to find the distance. He will fall here, being the only casualty from GEEK fam now. Kenzie also blazing into enemy lane alongside Marcel. Finds a Leone, but Leone is still able to escape with the glorious pathway. But again, another structure falls down bot.
That's a very good collapse onto Kevin. They get the kill down as well. The Paquito, behind the scenes, just doing his own thing, scaling to the late game as well. Very, very good. A boy though with the E. Very disciplined too. As this little combo that they did, the shield really crashed that little CC. You open up the box, you get an extra root, so you keep the Suyo in check, in place, and then you can pop in the Void Blast to just shred him down and burst him down, and he's gone. So it's gonna be scary. Marcel, 1v1, let's go!
Oh, cannot underestimate the damage from Herod. Pops the flicker on the other side of the map. That's gonna be Beloyski taking very low. That's gonna be Mount. Marcel getting solo kill top. That's gonna be Leone now getting engaged on. That's gonna be Beloy going down. That's the Lord for GEEK fam though.
Playing it slow, super slow for TLID. Want to be disciplined on their approach. With this type of blazing duet.
Oh, by Kenzie. That's going to be the damage coming through. TLID still able to hold on to it. They have a Lord to play around with top lane.
I actually push back TLID, that blazing duet. Possibly clear the minions too. But now with the Lord spawning, at least TLID quietly stem the bleeding, if you want to say that. Because they're able to get, you know, a few kills on the board. One for Kevin as well. I believe he's on 20-something stacks, minus the one he lost, obviously, so probably 14. And yeah, the Suyo still is, you know, alive. But then what do you make out of it? What do you look for, right? Do you want to go for a pick-off? You can't. Do you want to collapse? There's a lot of checkboxes, like I mentioned, to go through GEEK fam's line. And that's going to be very hard. This Blaxe is just rolling around, and nobody can really kill him. No. Nobody can really take him down. That shred is what is lacking from TLID. So then you ask the question, is it going to be the drafts again? Or is it a matter of execution? Because so far, GEEK fam are the ones drafting properly, executing impeccable games. Even the purple buff stolen in the hands of Kevin.
At this space, GEEK fam, they're suffocating TLID as well, right? They are limiting their movements, they're limiting their formation, and getting inner top and bot, that's going to be very important in just invading and invasion. That's going to be Leone getting engaged on the horse, still holding on with the Revitalize. That's going to be the immobilization as well. Leone going down. Kenzie finds a blazing duet, almost shredding the members of TL. They hold on. GEEK Fam now repositioning towards the back. TLID, no resources to re-engage. That's gonna be a knock-up. Kevin looking to find a consolation kill, but again, GEEK Fam still stands with 5.
God damn, my boy, the poise and the composure. He did not burn his flicker in that fight. He knew that he was gonna be caught, right? With the liftoff from the Lantern Flare, and then you see Kevin just looming in the darkness, looking to add another collection of stack into his Sky Piercer. A boy plays it calmly, and he knows that the damage is enough to poke away TLID from committing fully onto him. Still the Lord, 30 seconds to go. They can have some time to clear up the lanes and the waves as well. Root Force purchase. Wow, that's gonna be by Richel. So the Juicin knows that he needs that CDR. He needs to be able, to play safe and possibly add a bit of tankiness for the Juicin, because the Juicin cannot die quickly. Yeah. And on top of that, you have the Crimson Beacon to help you even survive longer. So let's see if that causes an impact. Sea Halberd for Paquito, for Marcel. With the Queen's Wings equipped as well, this Paquito will be hard to kill.
He has Holy Crystal as well, so, GEEK Fam, they cannot underestimate Kill anymore. The boss fight has been hit. GEEK Fam, they're playing the Lord Dance very carefully, with Marcel already rotating towards the top quarter. That's going to be real world, but if we can pop, Loiski looking to find the immobilization, doesn't quite connect just yet. Around though, very low, has to recall. That's going to be a sign for GEEK Fam to start a war. Let's see, Marcel looking to cause a distraction. Kevin finds the angle to provide the damage on Marcel. Take a look at the Lord, though, still able to be taken care of, as they will sacrifice Marcel for the Lord.
The MVP in that altercation was Marcel. Look at how he soaks in 3-4 members of TLID like a brand new sponge. He's able to pull them into him like a magnet. And this is what the Paquito does best. If you can't really get kills, if you can't really get assassinations, you at least get the whole team chasing you down. Yep. So mobile, survivability is there. You can also just buy some time, and that Lord is just, confirmed by GEEK Fam, even without contest, because they were chasing something else over there. 17 stacks for Kevin, which isn't really the best with 13 minutes. But then you kind of consider the circumstances that TLID are in. GEEK Fam are just running them down. Yeah. And now it makes sense. The Sky Piercer, obviously, maybe would have been the better route. RWM.
Crimson Beacon popped. Loiski taking very low though. That's him out. Onto his wrist on his own turret. That's gonna be the risk taking. Loiski not to be able to pay it off this time. That's gonna be GEEK Fam losing one member. Still has the Lord to play around with. TLID, they will restabilize after the depth of the Lord. Yeah,
it's gonna push in at least the Lord up top. Gonna clear the wave though, Lord's pathway, and TLID will clear the Lord without a casualty in terms of that structure department. No turrets lost just yet, only that last outer turret in that mid lane. So now, TLID, the question is, can they keep Kyo at bay? Can they keep him safe to make sure he deals the damage? Because now it is very evident TLID are lacking damage. Sure, when they can go for the key targets, like possibly a boy or Kinziski, they can. But Kinziski is so mobile with the PMI. Very safe. A boy plays from afar, is an artillery mage of some sort. Marcel is just gonna make you play ring around the rosy. He's gonna make you chase for him until the next thing you know is that the Lord is secured by GEEK Fam. And even a rose gold purchase by Kinziski ensures extra safety net. The item built by Duna Games does pan, while Kyo is yet to hit his last item. Kinziski, fully loaded.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like that GEEK Fam, they're really controlling the map, but I gotta say, TLID, if they find one good fight, it will technically, gold-wise, neutralize, but they do have a lot of turrets still standing here for the side of GEEK Fam. The thing is, GEEK Fam, like Taylor Swift, they're not out of the woods just yet.
Well, Swifty, Yanni.
I like that song.
Ah, that's true, that's true. Well, just like a Taylor Swift song, Geek Fam are mean. Because they're super violent when it comes to TLID. And RWM.
Gonna pull the trigger right here on towards the Horsey. Leone goes back towards the back now. The damage is still be able to soaked in by Leone. Around on the other side. Mounted. Still able to keep the distance though. That's gonna be Shadow Force under the right placement. But the right repositioning by Geek Fam. All 10 members still alive.
So Marcel is doing down bottom, is splitting. Oh, Bailey's into it!
Oh, my Kenzie! Oh! Kenzie finds the angle to shut and shred 2 members of TLID down.
Like a ghost hunting down his victims. He pops out of the darkness, unnoticed, unseen, but he goes in with a blazing duet. And TLID shattered to pieces. Geek Fam add another collection of Lord onto their pockets. This is just going downhill for TLID. Geek Fam, they have their sights on this base. RWM.
Oh, on the mid turret as well. That's no, a little overextension there by Marcel will be capitalized by TLID now. They gotta calm their adrenaline down here, Geek Fam. They do get a turret top, an expensive one, ladies and gentlemen. And 17 minutes in, only 1 base turret left standing for TLID.
But I'll take that trade any day, ever. Marcel dies, sure. You give Skypiercer stack, sure. But you got 2 inhibitors, and the Lord is pushing as well. So the Lord will directly be in contact with the Crystal. The question is, can TLID defend? Geek Fam, I don't think they want to go for the end just yet. No commitments because Marcel is taken down. So at least that's going to be the price they would pay to be able to get the inhibitors. And now let's ask another question into the equation, right? The side lanes. Usually in times like this, you would expect the side lanes to be activated. Well, number 1 is the fact that the inhibitors are down. Super minions are always going to come crashing in for Geek Fam. Number 2 is that who do you really want to send to the side lane? Right? Is it going to be the Suyo? Well, there's going to be a Paquito. You can get a match of tempo, like I said, but you can't really out-damage the Paquito unless you're like, what, 80 stacks and you go crazy. You have full items. And yeah, just take a look at this. The player timeline, Kenziski. That was a Windtalker purchase, I believe. Yeah, it's still in his pocket. I think he was going to go for the end over in that last push, but yeah, I think he's going to change it back into something else. Possibly a winner crown would be very nice. You know, just go in, blazing duet his way into the fight, and just buy some time. And then you see the entire team just collapsing onto TLID. So now TLID are just going to turtle down in their base, right? They can't really do anything. Not even walk to their jungle safely. Because the looming threat is going to always be present for Geek Fam. TLID.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, the next Lord will be an involved one as well. Realize, right, like you earlier stated, heavily favoring Geek Fam if they're able to stay composed. Still able to play textbook MLBB. Surely they will. With the far lane already pushing forward side of Geek Fam now. TLID, how will they go about this, right? They need to find solutions.
I want to talk about how clean Geek Fam are playing this game as well, right? Very disciplined. We did see that the Lord was going to come crashing in. Behold Marcel, they call it off. They go back. They play the long game. Well, TLID scale? Okay, sure. But we can keep on fighting you. We can take that fight all day. And a boy has the Holy Crystal, so that's going to add even more insult to injury. And Azara, I feel like he's always in front, but he's untouched. Because nobody can really damage him. Nobody can take him down. The Garden Helmet, rather, also helps you out. Because you know it's going to be a long-drawn fight. You don't need to go and recall to have your HP replenished. And a winner crown purchase, too. That is very, very bold and very good as well. You're going to buy some time for Geek Fam, waiting for others to collapse.
Take a look at the damage there in the... Oh my goodness, the only team very low. That's going to be a pullback. The boys secure a kill. 5v4 now. TLID, they understand if they lose this fight and this Lord, Geek Fam might double their lead in the series now. With 4 members left standing, what can they do? Seems like the call is, we can't take this fight.
Yeah, TLID can't even grace the rivers of the Lord. They can't even jump in and waltz past it. You would expect the CEO to attempt a steal. No, the Paquito's there holding you down, not letting you escape. And the darkness just comes, looming in again. TLID Geek Fam. Evolved Lord in that mid lane. They're gonna try and build this tri-lane push. He's gonna push slowly as well and conducted pretty well too. He's gonna crash at the same time. Down bottom, still intact. But
Oh.
can they hold in?
Oh, taking very low. This might be the Lord that take them to match point, securing the upper
Marcel!
bracket finals later on. Let's see Geek Fam looking to find the shredder on this immortality base now.
Duet!
Take a look at the blazing blade by Kenzie and Raw taken down. TLID still hold on somehow, but here comes the glass. Geek
They
Fam
hold.
looking to find the damage over Kevin's running and striking the back. Kenzie providing the damage.
Kevin!
Take a look at Kevin. He goes down, and that's going to be Geek Fam be positioning as TLID. They clear the Lord.
Pass Klaus for Kenzie. He wants to sustain and has his HP again.
Here comes the wave, ladies and gentlemen.
Uy, match
We are at
point.
match point.
Match point, Geek Fan.
Geek Fam completely silencing the TLID crowd and the horse. Not one bit has it ridden. Not one bit has it rode into the night. Stop at the stables. And again, the boxer in Marcel.
Buti yung mga cameraman nakiki-join na.
More than 3 after this. But that was an impeccable game from Geek Fam. Even Kenziski with the last minute pass cloud purchase, trying to sustain, get his HP back. And one eye, and only one mission is to hit down the crystal.
Wow, wow, we wow. Kenzie,
Iba gising ng Geek Fan.
Kevin the Joe. No comment
No comment.
from Kevin the Joe.
What a game though from everyone from Geek Fam.
It was again just very structured. I feel like it's sure it took above 20 minutes,
Yeah.
but the control, it's all theirs.
It's so clean, super clean. What a game from everybody. Kenziski, a boy especially, as the Yves, super composed, very locked in. And then you have Marcel, the one, the gate that TLID has to barge in through if they want to get to Geek Fam. This Paquito has been such a menace. And Azara there as the Boxia doing Boxia things. Take a look at this replay, obviously, of some of the fights. We thought the TLID would be able to hold for a brief moment because Kyo was still alive. The Harith is super strong late game, but the damage was still unbearable for Geek Fam, rather for TLID to handle. Very quick item swaps from everybody in the Lanadon. Even Kenziski with the Ass Claws. Very, very smart. But let's throw it over to the panelists, I believe.
Sabila.
Very, very
Sabila.
confused to ask what do they have to think about the game. But
Sabila.
for now, it's going to be Sabila taking the stage in the Velodrome. Sabila, take it away.
Geek Fam Unity benar-benar bersorak-sorai untuk di match kali ini. Karena di game yang kedua kita sudah melihat benar-benar dominasi yang luar biasa sekali. Tapi sekarang Sabila sedang bersama ciwi-ciwi cantik dari Geek Fam. Hai. Oke, sekarang Sabila pengen tanya nih sama Kim dan juga sama Foni. Gimana sih menurut kalian ngelihat game yang tadi mulai dari game yang pertama sampai dengan game yang kedua?
Kalau menurut aku dari game pertama sampai game kedua, GEEK itu bagus banget. Mereka mainnya juga rapi, dan juga dari awal mereka juga objektif dan nggak pernah blunder sama sekali.
Jadi rapi banget, nggak pernah blunder sama sekali kalau misalnya menurut Foni.
Wala nilalagyan ko ng game.
Menurut aku juga kayak mereka tuh mainnya tuh rapi, terus mereka tuh kayak mikronya tuh bagus banget. Terus habis itu execute-nya buat ngedepannya tuh bagus banget, gila semuanya pokoknya rapi. Emang GEEK mode playoff tuh kayak gak usah diraguin sih.
Emang beda ya, kalau misalnya mode playoff itu emang beda. Bahkan tadi kita melihat di 2 game tadi, benar-benar dari tim Liquid seperti nggak boleh bermain sama sekali. Wah, kalian semakin yakin kan nih, kira-kira prediksi berapa?
Parang di masyado madami yung
Sebenarnya
audience.
masih prediksi 3-1 sih. Respect.
3-1. Kalau kamu siapa?
Sebenarnya aku juga setuju sama, tapi aku lebih yakin 3-0.
Oke, baiklah. Karena tadi prediksinya kita sudah tahu. Kira-kira nih, kalau menurut kalian, siapa sih MVP untuk kali ini?
Kenjiski.
Kenziski dan juga?
Kenjiski.
Baiklah. Kalau begitu kita lihat kira-kira bener nggak sih Kenziski MVP-nya?
Sino daw MVP?
Oke, kita lihat. Apakah benar? Aboy kah? Aboy? Apakah
Sana may
Aboy?
ganun.
Kita lihat bersama-sama MVP-nya adalah Aboy! Wow! Agak salah sedikit, tapi nggak apa-apa ya. Aboy
Mali yung hula
MVP-nya.
nila.
Gimana kamu melihat performance dari Aboy?
Tapi emang ya V-nya Aboy sih kacau banget sih. Sumpah itu kayak mereka ultinya tuh kena 5, kena 3, kena di ujung-ujung tuh kayak nyebelin banget. Kacau banget.
Parah banget kacaunya ya.
Perfect.
Perfect. Gimana pendapatmu? Ternyata yang MVP Aboy.
Itu sih nggak perlu diragukan lagi dan nggak heran ya. Karena walaupun dia nggak ada Juksin, tapi dia bisa mengontrol Juksin dengan Yuffie.
Oke, baiklah itu dia dan membuat kita semakin penasaran bagaimana berjalannya untuk game selanjutnya. So, langsung aja kita kembalikan kepada panelis, silakan.
And there you have it. Congratulations to Aboy for getting that MVP or player of the game for game number 2 presented to you by the official gaming phone Infinix GT50 Pro. And I think I heard a lot of discussions here on the panel behind the stage, behind the scenes as well, as to you guys were a little confused as to who to give the MVP to.
Yes.
Initially, I was like, Marcel, man, he's doing so good, but then he died a little bit too many times. And I'm thinking Nazara did a good job, but then, you know what? Aboy was fantastic. Aboy was fantastic all throughout. And I guess this is kind of like a game 1 all the way to 2 performance.
Yeah.
No, game 1 yesterday all the way to game 2 today. Because he hasn't died a single time
Yeah.
through the last 2 days.
5 games, 0 deaths. It's amazing.
Wow.
It's two things, right? You're an amazing laner, very good position
Yeah.
in which Aboy is, and also you have a very good front line in Beloy, Marcel, Nazara.
That's true. And I gotta say, I interviewed Beloyski in the MPL podcast during Media Day. In that interview, he told me, for everybody who doubted Aboy last season, he's coming to this season better than season 12.
Wow.
And then we saw the regular season, and I'm like, well, what? What do you mean he's better than season 12?
Yeah.
Like, this is just the same Aboy from last season. So what I didn't catch was, I think Beloyski meant to say in playoffs. Because,
Exactly.
man, if you tell me that he's gonna play better than season 12 in playoffs, and you play like this, there's no way I can say, no, there's no way I can disagree. This is
Yeah.
very good. And it's also because back in season 12, you had Niall and Luke who are willing to die for him. Here
Yes.
you have Marcel and Nazara and Eterna, Cavalry Lady, Daniel Saniel, Cavalry Boy, somewhere. Strap in. Nazara knows how to play the Baksha. Oh God!
Oh, got Baksha in, Fanny check.
These are two
Baksha
heroes
check.
that he was sitting at a 0% win rate with.
Oh.
Chat, Nazara was only a Guinevere Harley merchant. Now he's a Guinevere Harley Fanny and Baksha merchant. It's chopped.
It's chopped.
And I think Coach Aldo noticed something, especially in the early game between these two junglers, the disparity in EXP.
Yes, because when we see that Baksha has a lead over a Suyo,
Yeah.
it means he knows how to play the Baksha,
His pathing.
his pathing, and the way he pressure, invading, and everything. It shows in the early game, and that's why Miracle always said it that Nazara is a very smart jungler, and I agree. But for TLID, come on, man, come on! Like
What's going on? What's going on?
2 games already, giving up the best XP
Yeah,
laner
yeah.
without Phobius again, if it's banned, and the best gold laner right now in this meta, Akiro and a Cloud, in which we know GEEK can play very well.
Like, I understand what they were trying to do in game number 1. They were like,
Yeah.
okay, you know, the Fanny is bad for him in the regular season. Let's try to just let it go. Let's try to beat it. Sure. But in game 2, they banned the Fanny, and they don't respect the 2 heroes that are crucial to making the Fanny work as well. The 2 heroes that can actually have a winning lane against the Harith
Yeah.
and against the Sora. These 2 guys just kept on getting bullied, and that enabled Nazara to rotate around the map. You know, I'd call this the Baksha pathing that Nazara went for the gorilla pathing, because a certain gorilla man in the Philippines who's named the best baksha paths in a very similar way, right? King Kong, shout out to him, man. Bro, Nazara. Bro, we're sorry for doubting your baksha and your fanny, man.
And it feels
The
like
goat.
that potential season 14 run for TLID is getting slimmer and slimmer as every game passes, because once again, it is a match point here in the upper bracket semifinals between the two teams. And what is the main criticism now for TLID after seeing their back-to-back game performance?
Drafts. Start from the drafts. I mean, yesterday we have a certain blue team that is very persistent on giving up Marcel.
What are you talking about?
And now we have another blue team that is persistent on giving out Pakira and Cloud in trade of a Jushin.
Yeah.
In which we know the Jushin can be answered by the Yves, by the Zidyan, by the Lilia. Heck,
Gord.
there's Gord. Come on. There's a lot of things, man.
Coaching staff of the season. I know you got your award, but calm down now. You gotta stick to what worked, to what got you that trophy.
It could be the curse. You talked about the curse, right? The
Yeah.
coaching staff curse?
Ever since season 13, coaching staff of the season
Yeah.
always choke.
But before that and more discussions, we are gonna check in with Alyssa. Alyssa, what you up to?
In the curse of music. Naan ko lang. Saglit lang. Sa music na.
Be the next King Phoenix. Claim your throne. We own this.
Walaupun berangkat dari babak play-in, namun rasanya GEEK Fam tampil hari ini dengan begitu panasnya melawan tim yang berangkat dari upper bracket, yaitu tim Liquid Indonesia. So, Alisa mau tes dulu semangat dari para The Calvaries, mana suaranya? Wow, pertarungannya begitu sengit, namun tentunya masih banyak hal yang bisa terjadi. Dan keseruan yang ada di MPL Arena pastinya tidak lengkap tanpa adanya para super fans. Jadi Alisa kayak pengen cari di sini siapa yang kira-kira membawa pasangannya, pacarnya untuk MPL date bersama di sini. Sepertinya kedua kakak ini adalah sepasang kekasih, apakah betul?
Iya betul.
Oke, boleh gabung gak sih bersama Alisa sini? Boleh berdiri dong, kita kenalan dulu nih, namanya siapa? Boleh diambil nih mic-nya.
Nama saya Dalvin.
Dalvin dan juga? Chelsea. Chelsea, kalian berdua dari mana nih Dalvin dan Chelsea?
Dari Duren Sawit.
Dari Duren Sawit, datang ke sini khusus buat nonton MPL berarti?
Iya betul.
Buat dukung tim Liquid?
Tim Liquid.
Udah jadi di Calvaries dari kapan?
Dari zaman season 8 pas masih Aura.
Oh, pas masih Aura. Berarti kalian juga udah menjadi saksi dong waktu tim Liquid Indonesia juga di season 14 berkiprah dengan begitu hebatnya menjadi juara MPL.
Iya.
Menurut kalian bisa terulang gak sih di season kali ini?
Semoga sih bisa keulang sih karena kan dari Richel terus juga Aran dan yang lainnya juga perform banget. Mungkin bisa jadi juara.
Bisa jadi juara ya. Kalau Chelsea, emang kamu ngefans sama tim Liquid atau nemenin aja nih hobinya Davi?
Aku sendiri nemenin dia aja sih.
Oh, nemenin aja. Kamu suportif ya sebagai pacar ya. Tapi kamu melihat MPL ini gimana nih? Kamu pertama kali gak sih datang ke sini?
Enggak, aku udah pernah nonton juga.
Udah pernah nonton juga?
Tapi bukan MPL sih, kemarin event
Oh, ada event lain juga ya yang tentunya support juga untuk nonton e-sport, pastinya wah keren banget nih kalian. Kalau gitu ada pesan-pesan gak sih yang mau disampaikan buat tim Liquid Indonesia nih Davin?
pesan-pesannya semoga tetap semangat dan bisa reverse sweep sih 3-2.
3-2 bisa lah ya. Masih banyak kesempatan banget ya. Kalau gitu kita tes dulu kali ya chemistry-nya sebagai pasangan nih Apipinya. Boleh love-love-nya dong dikasih lihat ke layar ya love-love-nya. Apipi, gemes banget ya. Emang kalian pacaran udah berapa tahun sih?
4 tahun.
4 tahun, ya udah coba tunjukin kekompakan 4 tahunnya dong. Kita coba love meternya dulu. Lebih gede lagi gak sih love-nya, love sarangnya? Nah. Pipi, wow ternyata dapat 100% love meter ya. Kalau gitu kita kasih apresiasi nih sebagai
favorit couple ya. Nanti kalian bisa tukerin merchandise special by Todak Gaming. Boleh dong ucapin terima kasih dulu nih buat Todak Gaming. Terima kasih Todak.
Terima kasih Todak.
Nanti kalian bisa tukerin di boothnya Todak yang ada di King Phoenix Festival di depan, oke?
Oke.
Kalau gitu enjoy dan semoga tim kesayangan kamu menang ya Davin ya. Terima kasih banyak dan kayaknya kita boleh duduk lagi nih ya. Kita mau cari-cari lagi ya. Kira-kira ada nggak sih The Calvaries lain di sini yang memutuskan untuk MPL date di hari Kamis ini? Apakah kalian berdua di sini lagi MPL date?
Betul, betul.
Ih bangun gak sih temenin Alisa? Sini. Nah kenalan dulu dong namanya siapa nih?
Halo, nama aku Shena.
Shena dan juga
Davi.
Davi. Kalian berdua dari mana?
Dari Bintaro.
Oh dari Bintaro. Jauh gak sih tadi ke sini?
Jauh sih.
Jauh,
Ya.
tapi worth it gak?
Ini kan kita baru pulang kuliah ya. Kebetulan kuliah kita di Rawamangun.
Oh.
Jadi kita sempetin datang ke sini.
Anak UNJ?
Betul.
Oh my god, luar biasa sekali ya. Jadi disempetin mumpung dekat juga ya.
Iya.
Gimana nih, kamu sebagai The Calvaries berarti duduk di sini?
Apa?
Actually apa? Jangan-jangan kamu Geek Fam ya?
Betul, Geek Fam.
Oh kamu Geek Fam Unity, ternyata ada imposter di sini. Kenapa memutusin dia duduk di sini?
Karena kita mau menyusup ke fans
Katanya
Liquid.
main tindihan.
Oh, mau memanas-manaskan para The Calvaries. Tapi tampil prima banget tahu tim kamu 2-0. Gimana hari ini? Seneng banget dong.
Senang karena ada Baloy.
Ada Baloy. Kalau aku kasih kesempatan buat say something buat Baloy, silakan.
Semangat terus Baloy, I love you.
Oke, kalau misalkan belief check di antara kedua tim ini, antara tim Liquid Indonesia dan juga GEEK Fam. Siapa yang kira-kira bisa mengalahkan dominasi ONIC yang kamu yakin banget nih? Kan tim Liquid berangkat dari upper bracket. GEEK Fam tuh kayaknya baru panas banget nih di playoff ini. Menurut kamu gimana? GEEK Fam atau?
Geek Fam.
GEEK Fam,
Iya.
kenapa alasannya?
Dari game yang tadi sih dilihat kan udah mendominasi banget gamenya ya. Mungkin bakal jadi lawan yang keras buat ONIC.
Oke, kalau gitu kita akan lihat apakah prediksi yang disampaikan Dava itu benar adanya dan kita coba chemistry test dulu kali ya. Love-love-nya boleh dong apipi-apipinya. Apipi. Boleh yang lebih gede gak sih yang lebih gede? Yang lebih unik itu apipinya ya kan? Apipi. Ih, gemas banget ya. Ini kalian berdua emang anak UNJ nih.
Iya ganun.
Sama, ketemunya di kampus.
Enggak sih, tetangga juga.
Oh tetangga juga. Oke, love-love lagi.
Kayak
Wow, ternyata sudah 100 meter ya sepertinya ini untuk love couple-nya. Jadi kita akan kasih juga nih persembahan dari Todak Gaming yang bisa kalian tukarkan di booth-nya Todak yang ada di King Phoenix Festival. Boleh dong
Free
sekali
merch.
lagi kita ucapin semangat-semangatnya buat Geek Fam terakhir.
Semangat terus Geek Fam, semoga menang 3-0 melawan Liquid.
Semoga menang 3-0 melawan Liquid dan kita akan lihat apakah Geek Fam atau tim Liquid Indonesia yang akan memenangkan match kali ini. So caster, panelists silakan take it over.
Thank you so much, Alyssa, for that quick check-in with the fans in the building here at Jakarta International Velodrome. There's just so many things that you can do here,
Whoa.
even
Ano ka ba
outside
yun?
at the MPL
Hey.
Festival, Phoenix Festival. You can
Blue
logo ng
socialize with
Liquid.
it,
with blue.
right? There's blue. There was like a literal horse
You
outside.
can socialize with the
There's
horse.
yeah,
How do you
why
socialize with the
not?
horse?
you ride it.
Is that how you socialize with the horse?
You can pet it and you ride it, and then just spend time with the horse.
What about
Name
socializing
it
with the geeks?
Frankie.
You socialize with the horse. What about the geeks?
They brought a marching band,
They did.
so you can socialize with the drums.
Shepin's out there somewhere, you know?
Yes.
Whoa.
But yeah, there you go. Don't forget to come over to the venue, and of course, coming into game number 3 match point. Will Geek claim the real Dark Horse title? I'll let you guys answer that one.
I think they are the dark horse.
They are.
Init,
It's like
grabe.
it's a team that you don't expect to be the dark horse that are
So
the dark horse. TLID showed in the regular
hot,
season that
it's
they
so
were also
hot.
dark horse. Obviously, towards the end, they became championship contender, but everybody put them at 9th. So you have to, you know, take accountability. You didn't expect them
Mas
to be
na
there,
naman,
so they had
guys.
the dark horse, and it's similar to Geek Fam. A lot of people still, I was so surprised, but people were thinking that they were going to win against Geek Fam yesterday. I scrolled on TikTok and I'm like, whoa, so many people actually believe that. So they are still a dark horse. A lot of people still don't know how good they are, and mainly I think it's because they're haters of Nazara. They don't like the man who speaks facts. I myself am I'm a little bit Nazara myself, you know. I like speaking the truth, and Nazara, you're my boy.
Difference of opinion?
No, I feel like Geek Fam again in the Velodrome is a very good venue for them. Third.
But they're always third.
They're always third, but maybe this season though, Baloy can, you know,
yeah,
can have his pre-wedding in Eiffel Tower maybe.
Ooh,
Maybe.
I mean that's
Maybe.
extra motivation right there.
Yes.
I mean, it's looking good for him right now, and I think these are old snippets
Ooh,
of his
classic.
past self, right? The classic Hellcurt for Beloyski. And technically, we did see a Hellcurt yesterday in the hands of Moeza. Do you think it's a potential pick that we could see today?
I don't think so.
For Beloy, yeah.
though.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
So.
Yes.
I think back in the day, yeah. I think for Dewa, they tried it because they were in a desperate spot, but in normal situations right now, there's a reason why it's not banned out. If it's still viable, hey, Beloyski is the one who can play it.
Even
Thing is-
Dangerous Grass.
Yes,
Yes.
especially Dangerous Grass. But it doesn't seem like it's meta. Teams are letting it go. Dangerous Grass against Geek Fam. That means they know it's just not viable anymore, or it requires very like specific situations to make work.
I think because it's Geek Fam right now, they are very successful on playing on the strong side explainer.
Di ayaw niyo mag-comment. Ba't ayaw niyo
For the
mag-comment?
Hellcurt, usually you pick up the Ruby, the Edith in the XP lane to set up for the Hellcurt.
Makes
So easy to gank, get kills, early kills, but right now, it's, yeah, again though, it's weak side gold laner. You don't want to play Hellcurt.
I don't want to see Kenzie on a Clint ever again, all right? hey, listen.
Take notes,
Kenzie,
take notes.
just stay on the Claude. He's so good on the Claude. Look at how good he is on the Claude, right? We got the Geek Fam super fans earlier.
Bahay naman
thinking that
kayo,
Kenzie was
guys.
the MVP as well because, hey,
Hindi
there were a lot of great
nanonood.
moments from Kenzie.
There definitely was. There was an argument to be made for, I think, every single player from Geek.
Yeah.
From game 1 and game number 2. And ironically so, as we're talking about these past picks or these power picks coming in from Beloyski, it's interesting that he's actually not the ones to bring it to playoffs, right? Saber, this time it was in the jungle, granted.
I'm sorry. I'm getting distracted. Are you
What's
seeing
going on?
Maykids on the love meter? They're trying
With
to pair
who?
Maykids with a fan, with a Geek Fam fan right there. And Maykids is so shy, bro.
It's a talent because they're
Oh, it's a Geek Fam talent.
Yes.
Oh. In
But
Indo, we
she-
call it
she
chin
did
roll.
this.
She did this.
oh no.
Maykids, my guy. F's in the chat for a fallen trooper. F's in the chat. Maykids, no problem. There
It's
are other
Papu.
fish in the sea.
All over again. But yeah, that was fun.
That was fun. They should do it for
We'll wait for
Arashi.
Arashi, Sheffin,
Ooh.
Goni.
Chefin. Gani. Gani. People are already looking for suitors. For Gani.
That's true, that's true. High, what do you call it? High demand.
High
High
demand. High
demand.
demand right now.
Masama pakiramdam mo.
But
Wala,
I know
nasobran
one
ka
thing
yata
that is
sa
also
ano,
in high demand,
What?
and that is
mga gifts.
the GT watch.
Especially
Sumobran
here
na
in
daw
Velodrome,
dami
you see
ng
people
ano,
watching everywhere.
nag-gift sa'yo.
So it helps out with your health. You
Wala.
can monitor that, and I mean, at face value,
Get well
you're actually seeing
soon,
the players,
Adi.
even though they're not as physically inclined to sweat as much, they still need to make sure that their heart monitor is green. Okay, and that's what we're seeing of them wear, and that's the device that they're actually using. So it's the latest smartwatch from the GTverse by Infinix, and it's ready to accompany you through every single thing that you want to do. You can
Dang.
sleep with it, you can run with it, you
Sleep?
can gym with it, you
Gym?
can Pilates with it, you can hot
Pilates.
mat Pilates with it. Just
Realize loves that.
everything. Because it features a 24/7 AI health monitor to check your heart rate.
Whoa.
And the coolest thing is, it tracks your stress level. So
What?
it
Man.
keeps
Coach,
your
you need
condition
that.
prime during
I need
long
that.
gaming sessions. I think a lot of coaches need that.
I think the players need it too, right? Like right now, the stress levels,
And
right?
I think management needs it too.
Oh,
I do agree with that.
Someone give an Infinix GT watch to Daniel Saniel right now. I want to see Daniel Saniel's stress levels.
I mean, he already has TLPH.
That's true.
Finally, TLID takes the second pick right now.
Okay, but is that even a good thing? Because like, I think what needs to change is your pick priority, not your side. If Geek Fam get blue and the same band
Yun. Grabe, 20 minutes pa din. Kanina 16 minutes na lang yun.
But again, right now it's your turn.
Pero at least nag-start na. Match point ang Geek Fam.
Predict.
Broken walls.
Flying clouds.
Dangerous grass.
Bros.
Okay.
Hindi pa naman ma-eliminate ang
At least I get
TLID if matalo sila. May lower bracket pa.
Go to the lower bracket right now.
Hey, as long as it's not 3, you still have a chance. Why are you already pessimistic, bro?
Okay. Imagine Bingy fan, they pick up the Zushin and they teach TLID how to play the Zushin.
Okay, wait, never mind. I don't think you. I don't think. Maybe it's already 3. The Paquito's left open again.
Yes, Paquito.
But yes, do Geek Fam pull a tutorial like disrespect? Did they disrespect? Because they technically did disrespect
The glue.
Dewa yesterday.
Yes.
Remember?
And it was already
What? Wait, this is crazy.
Lord.
This is crazy.
Oh, this is insane.
Wait, Geek Fam,
Wait.
what are you playing at right now? That's a
Whoa.
Juicin and Paquito gift from Geek Fam. Geek Fam are basically giving TLID a chance.
Yes.
They're gonna go Yves, that's for sure. But then what's the answer after that?
They go to Alice, like BTR did.
Go straight Baksha first?
Do they want to go Fanny again?
No, against a Paquito.
Yeah.
And actually good Paquito. You want to play the fan.
It's Arad, bro.
It's
Remember
Arad,
what he
bro.
did to season 12 teams when he first joined?
Oh.
That's why.
Okay.
Baloyski, you big brain, you. Harrod.
Harrod.
Picked up by TL. So 3 games. 3 Harrod,
Claude Harrod.
3 Juicins.
And 3 Yves.
And 3 Yves. And 3 Claudes.
Yes.
Okay.
3 Paquitos.
Okay, but not the same guy. So at least there's a difference.
Yeah.
Alright, we're heading to phase 2.
Oh, they still ban out the Fanny.
That's crazy, yeah.
PTSD of 7-0 Nazara.
They might ban the Baksha as well.
They might
At
ban
this
the
point,
Baksha.
I think they gotta respect it too, the Baksha. It's weird because like technically TL can pick it, but the thing is there's a lot of shred with the Yves and the Claw. They can technically still get through it, and you don't want to pick Baksha against an Atlas.
Yeah, so many CCs. The stun, the freeze, the fatal link. And so many of you guys may be wondering why Atlas has been popping off. Because Atlas has so many CCs.
Yeah.
The passive, the stun from second skill, and also the fatal links.
And the mobility on second
And the mobility. And it lets you control the river, anyone in the river, especially if you're playing the techie boys like the Gatot, like the Hylos. Atlas is just, it's a snack for Atlas.
Very easy to escape as well, you know. You get damage reduction when you're using that skill too. A lot more defense. There you go.
Yes.
It was a bait from Geek Fam though. They banned out the glue. They're like, if you don't ban this, we're gonna move on to the upper bracket finals.
So whatever opponent is gonna be pick up, right? I think Leomord is very good for Team Liquid right now. So if Geek Fam ban out the Leomord, they pick up the Suyo. So what will Geek pick? Oh, Hayabusa might work.
If Leomord gets picked up by TL though, this is a very easy Sora game.
Yeah, so I think this is a Leomord pick up. I think or Suyo. Kevin has not been
tough. The Suyo is just cooked against the Yi, but if you go Leomord, you're cooked against the Atlas and a possible Sora.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I don't know. At this point, I have no idea where they can go. They go for the Leomord, but again, they can just go Sora and
Suyo Sora.
Suyo, that's true. It is also significant Azara from what we heard from Makids backstage. Fun fact, he actually doesn't play the Harley. Before joining MPL, he wasn't a Harley player. He was a Joy Suyo player. So what the heck?
And apparently he didn't play the scripts either.
Yeah.
Actually, this is a very good Esme game.
It is against the Harrod, against the Paquito.
Sushin, Paquito. You went out in the lane phase.
Knowing Marcel though, he doesn't care about
it.
again.
Is either you go pick up Alice right now and a Suyo, or an Esme.
Alice Suyo.
Yuri, hello.
Sora Suyo works as well. They go Alice.
They go Alice, then
Alice Suyo.
the last pick.
Yo.
Do you go for Digi?
Oh hell no.
I'm just kidding.
Oh
I'm just
hell
kidding.
no.
I'm just kidding.
Gave me a heart attack, coach.
Dude,
Oh
I
my
think
god.
it's chopped. I'm not even joking.
Poly
It's just chopped.
Cho.
No, I'm just kidding.
It's just chopped, no?
Just
Like
Cho,
any
it's
pick
Cho.
you pick,
Yeah.
it's cooked.
It's
What is
cooked.
the Cho gonna do? It's just mid-prio.
So the drafts are done again?
Yes, the Eve Claude combo has been insane for Geek Fam. I feel like it's going to be sweep.
It's an Atlas as well. They pick a Leomord knowing full well there's an Atlas and an Alice. It's a double A, man.
Alright.
Sir
all I can
Daniel,
say.
Sanyo,
Alright.
and
Good luck, good
Aeterna
luck.
are stressed.
Match point, ladies and gentlemen. This is it. This is go big or go home to the lower brackets for TLID. If they lose this one, we're throwing it over to our casters.
Hey, Coach Joe, don't worry. I was also thinking of the Diggy. I remember asking you yesterday, what if they pick a Diggy? Nah, there ain't no way they can pick
Kasi
a Diggy.
nangyari sa birthday
in this
ng kuya mo.
spread out.
Ano,
But hey, it
nagkabalikan
would
ba
have been fun
sila?
for the memes. However, there is a swap. The Paquito goes to the hands of Iran, knowing full well that the Sora cannot really handle the Paquito. It's a swap, and we see the Atlas. Game 3.
Ladies and gentlemen, the upper bracket finals is in Geek Fam sight. Will TLID delay and squeak a game 4, or perhaps we might see a sweep from Geek Fam? Lanadon, here we go.
Let's see, let's see. Oh my goodness. It has come down to this. Geek Fam. We talked about them struggling in the regular season and making it to playoffs just in the nick of time. TLID though, they were built through doubt. Everybody worried about their roster reveal, but then they were able to stand tall and secure first seed, or second seed rather, upper bracket seeding. And now they wake up to reality. Geek Fam are the better team, at least in the series so far. The Atlas pick here doesn't make it worse. It's very good. And the panel mentioned it as well. It can control the Leomord. The Leomord struggles from those CCs, right? We talked about the Terizla as one of the heroes that can hold down the Leomord. But now you have an Atlas. Emblems by the Atlas, it's all about the movement, right? The agility, the Wilderness Blessing. Again, river control.
Oh, Kevin, invaded. Not getting the orange buff early on as well. Here comes TLID with the reinforcements, but no real compensation trade towards out of TLID. Here comes the damage. Valoisky taking very low. Flicker, not to escape. He will fall. First blood goes to TL, but they still lose the orange buff.
They have something out of nothing, but that kill goes to Leone. Now Marcel wants to come close. The Expilators ain't level 4 just yet.
Uh-oh, that's gonna be the fantasy pop by Kevin. Marcel taking very low, not level 4 just yet. Iran able to close the distance. That's gonna be another kill on the board for TLID. Veloci comes in with a perfect match. Finds his son on towards Iran. Flicker to reposition Nazara. Oh, still able to dodge away. Here comes Drishal. But TLID says it's enough.
At least TLID are playing like a unit as of now. Because in game number 1, game number 2, they were playing scared. They weren't playing together, they weren't connecting, and now they answer the call. Together they take down Marcel and possibly have even greater control of the river, but again, the Atlas. And it was mentioned as well by Miracle, the fact that the perfect match gives you number 1, movement speed. You move very fast, you can catch members. And number 2 is that you have the damage reduction as well. So that just makes things worse. And now with the Fatal Links queued up for Baloyski, it will just be even greater damage towards the LID. At least for now, they're keeping things at bay. They have that slight gold lead, and they have Prio on the neutral objective as well.
Now that's gonna be Boy popping their RW on very soon though.
Boy.
And here comes around, and the damage, that's the way of the Ryan locking the boy to place. Oh, that's gonna be Fatal Links on towards two. Romer taken down. Iran not able to survive this time. It's a 2 for 1 so far, but Kevin finds a retribution to the turtle. Marcel isolated, still able to get out with the ode.
Oh, a boy. I thought it was gonna go back. I understand that he opened up the RWM to possibly zone out and delay the turtle, but then you saw Leone walking close by. That is where you would pop the flicker. That's the play to do it for Kenziski. Just trying to push out a bit of damage as well, help clear the lane, and then have Cryo. Possibly you look for a rotational play or crash the wave into the turret. First item for Kenziski is going to be the DHS. Marcel as the Alice, short, very survivable, very sustainable, excuse me. But the Leomord, so far, he got his buff stolen, still able to get the neutral objective though, so I wouldn't say it's a bad start for Kevin, regardless of what happens, regardless of the draft, especially when you see the Atlas just roaming around. First item priority for Iran, that's going to be the Hunter Strike.
Uh-oh, Shaman Force aboard to use the flicker. Real worm mutilation now used by our boy Nazara. In a sticky situation, here comes the damage, here comes the stun! Koyo finds an angle to take him down. Blazing Duet with a Purify pop there by Kenzie, just to shoo away the members of TL. Take a look at top though. Both EXP laners cutting waves.
Okay, that at least is something that TLID can chew on again. Kevin still 0-3. Beloyski looks for the perfect match, possibly. Going for an engage, no. It's gonna be Yo with the Zaman Force.
Yeah, force Kenzie to use that flicker. Very weird call there, knowing that Beloy has no Fatalings nor flicker. There was no threat technically, and I feel like Kyo understands that, hey Beloy, you're just bluffing.
Yeah, bolder game at least for TLID, and Marcel knows, okay, it's time to talk to the waves, cut it, and then get Prio to rotate quickly. And Aran knows that. He can't really kill the Alice just of now. Yeah. Yes, he can damage it. He can damage him, but not really take him down. So that's going to be the main contention, right? Proxy the waves, cut it, and then rotate to the objective. I'll play the 5v5. So far, Nazara's a bit struggling with the Suyo. Because again, when you have a Fakiro just roaming at you, and then the Juicing as well, it's going to be very hard for them to go. Turtle got slayed by TLID.
Yep, Kevin though finds the damage on towards Beloy. Fataling pop, not going to damage Kenzie. Oh, playing into Zara! Finds the kill, Marcel will be the trade. Remember, TLID still gets the turtle. That's going to be a 2-for-1 technically on the board for TL.
Kenzie?
Find Kenzie. Kenzie! Cannot escape with the BMI. No BMI to be found as Kyo secures it.
It could have been a worthwhile trade, at least a slight, I'd say, consolation prize for GEEK Fam when they were able to get Kevin but lost Beloyski and the Turtle. But that just made things worse because they lost Kenzie. He's going to lose tempo in the lane as well. He's going to crash onto the turret. He's going to go back though, and at least Beloyski will back the lane up. So everything is fine and dandy. Item build by Unia Game. It's going to be the War Axe, first item for the Leo Ward as usual. But now we see a lot of Suyos going War Axe first. Usually you would see either the Fury Hammer, Sky Piercer, or then you would complete the Hunter Strike fully. But then the War Axe kind of demands you to make this because, you know, you need to survive.
Exactly.
It adds that HP, and you have that life steal, that spell van, that sort of spell van you do get from it. So, yeah, it's more about safety now as a Suyo. If you want to snowball, you're going to make sure you get 2 kills, 3 kills in the early game. Then you can go ham. But as of now, it's all about surviving.
Definitely about survivability, which GEEK Fam needs. Right in this current state, TLID ahead 2,500 gold lead almost, and things are looking good finally for TL after 2 games. Things are going rather well. Here comes another potential engage. That's going to be a kick on towards Atlas. Kevin wants to see it early. Perfect match pop. That's going to be a stun. That's going to be a freeze on towards Leone, but the damage will be enough to take Beloy down, ladies and gentlemen. Things are looking good for the Cavalry.
Yeah, Cho is doing heavy work here. Leone, we'd mentioned that maybe it was a questionable kick, kicking the Atlas back to your team. You don't really want to do that, but the Cho just adds that extra, I'd say, holding power. When you really want to hold, when you really want to go for those pickoffs and possibly just rattle the backline. Because you have CC immune, you can dive into the back, you can go for the kick too. Jeet Kundo is actually very oppressive too. So a lot of options now. Oh, Kenziski stuck in no man's land.
Yeah, already popped. Oh, that's a Purify. Technically, that's going to be Ritual taken out by Nazara. Miscalculation, Purify popped by Kyoto. Get that movement made! Finds the angle to take Kenzie down. Here comes the rest of the Cavalry. Data links on towards Seal. Not enough damage for hands, but the turret will help. Leone's not able to help Ritual out there, Aran rather, and it's going to be another reset. Kevin, though, is on it, right? Invading the jungles of GEEK Fam.
Yep, he's got the purple buff for him. Level 11 he is. Marcel still stuck on level 9. 2 levels down behind Aran. That was a very, I'd say, good engage coming in from Beloyski. That wasn't even an engage he wanted to make. That was a defensive engage because the Potato was clumping up together. And, yeah, you know, everything just fell into place for Beloyski. The Fatal Link really helped out. No, boy, Nazara. With the Hunter Strike completed, he's going to have more damage. And Kenziski with the Golden Staff. This is where the Claude, you know, has more tools in his arsenal. Not the ones that chokes though. Kevin.
Yeah, that's a good for the stun. Fatal Link as well. Here comes the combination, the AoE party! Kenzie with the blazing duet, not enough damage. There you go. That's going to be one member taken down. Beloy will be the trade. Beloy though. Take a look at Kenzie going ham as well. Pops the Shaman Force by kill. Here comes Marcel with the Alice. Not enough tankiness to tank the damage from this Harris.
And this is why you pick up the Leo more. The damage reduction for the Phantom Steed. And as well as how strong it is. 1 HP for Kevin, yet Kenziski cannot take him down. And now you ask the question, why did TLID keep picking up the Suyo Game 1, Game 2? When the formula from GEEK Fam was the same. Play around the zoning tools, play around the box. And they failed to capitalize with the Suyo. With the Leomord, you have, I'd say, greater prio. So far, the Atlas hasn't been a problem. Because sure, you can stop it with the mini CC, you can stop it with the ultimate, but it can still ride the wave.
Kenzie pops it pure play now. That's gonna be
Kevin.
An overextension, an overheat, and here comes Kill. Capitalizing, taking the Atlas down, ladies and gentlemen. That's gonna be the only trainer. Zara though, taken down here. That's gonna be Boy now, flickering out to save. Team Marcel wants Kill, zoning him out. That's gonna be Ritual and Friends taking and ganking a Boy down.
It's a Sky Piercer for Duchel as well, first stack. And this will pay dividends late game because of how much he could collect. So far, TLID playing like the TLID we know. Woo! Was it the draft? Was it the execution? Well, one thing for sure is that they're playing more brave. They're looking for moves. They're taking fights. And this is what they were supposed to do. With the Suyo too, that demands early game aggression. Now with the Leomord, not as aggressive as the Suyo, but at least he can survive for longer. Queen Twinks in the hands of Aran. The Makito will be hard to kill. And this Lord goes scot-free for TLID.
It is a very healthy lead that they have right now. 11 minutes in, ladies and gentlemen. They're at a 6,000 gold lead. And perhaps they can go for more with the Lord already secured. And now GEEK Fam, they're catching strays here. Looking to find compensation, looking to find an equalizer. Here comes Yo with now and force. Take a look at the damage that the Harris provides. Yo! Finds an angle, here comes the Beta Lynx. Not enough damage to be a threat for TLID's formation. Beloyski, not able to find an escape route, will also join Kyo, or a Boy rather, to the death.
Kyo is 6-0-4. He is massive in this game. The confidence to go in. Zaman force your way into the backline. He catches a Boy with the last hit of the passive from the Synchro Fission, rather Chrono Dash. Sorry. Now TLID, they take themselves an inhibitor down bottom. Endless battle for Kevin. That's gonna add more insult to injury, true damage, and all that stuff. But man, GEEK Fam, they're on the precipice of defeat in game number 3. TLID knocking on the doorsteps of GEEK Fam.
They got the far lane, they want to engage here in the mid lane, they got the top as well. Looking to take down the turret in the mid lane! Take a look at Kill. Finds the Shaman Force here. That's gonna TLID repositioning though. Already be a threat here to end the game here. GEEK Fam though still able to recollect and clear.
Wow. The massive damage coming in from TLID is just insane because this Harith is so ahead. 6-0, Duchel collecting the Sky Piercer, stacks the kick. No, it misses.
Yeah. So far, GEEK Fam is able to hold on, but for how long is the question, ladies and gentlemen. The first game was around 13, 14 minutes. This might be a similar time here, like 60 seconds on the clock for the next Lord, potentially the Lord that might take us to game 4.
Look at the base, Goni. The turrets have abandoned GEEK Fam, forsaken them. No sanctuary to find shelter in, only that crystal. They'll try to hold the minions pushing in. And GEEK Fam, this time they have a taste of their own medicine. Turtling inside of their own base as TLID dances. And finally the horses has left the stable. Finally they ride together as a team. And TLID, this is an impeccable game, at least they're playing. And they're playing their comfort picks. I mean, they have been pulling out the Chu Sin, Harith as well for Kyo. Game 1, Game 2, but it didn't quite work. And now with the Leomord in play and the Petito as well that has the prio, they have control of all 3 lanes. 8 seconds to the Lord. GEEK Fam, no, they can't really do much unless they hope for a good 5-man Fatal Links. But then again, if you bring them closer to the team, the Leomord can just run over your Claude. So you're gonna time everything perfectly. The box, the ult from the Atlas, the Blazing Duet as well. It'll be the last light of hope that GEEK Fam has. TLID. This is their game to win.
That's them pulling the trigger onto Leon. He still has immortality. And the stun here comes. The reinforcements of Cavalry. Kevin looking to close this distance. Oh, the two-man knockup is huge! And Kyo finds a kill. Kevin looking to close the distance in the back. Kenzie finds a blazing away, but the damage will be enough to take Kevin down, but he falls again. TLID still just steamrolling here on the base of GEEK Fam. Marcel still able to flicker out. Danger, good boy. Barely survives. The base is wide open, ladies and gentlemen, to game 4. And the Cavalry, they will not sit down and
We have a game 5!
The horses, the cavalry, they start to charge, they gallop.
Game 4 pala.
The Velodrome finally unleashed from the stables. GEEK Fam on a stampede.
We have a game 4! Walang sweep.
Just hushes the crowd, but then realizes it's not over yet. They still have to play possibly 2 more games if they want to pull off the reverse sweep. As GEEK Fam, they weren't really given much of a say in that game.
they experienced what TLID experienced the first 2 games, and I want to see the recovery. TLID, splendid game from them. Oh! We got
Uy,
Mr.
Aaron
Cheeky
Cheeky.
in the building.
And Gugun as well, beside him.
Yes.
Gugun was there too. Ex-rookie of the season.
The ex-runner-up of M Series as well.
Not everybody can be runner-ups of M Series, eh, Gwani?
Not everyone.
Not everyone can make it to M Series as well. That's one fact.
That's true.
That's true. As someone stares from afar. But hey, the moment is in the Velodrome now. The moment is in TLID's hands. The momentum built. After what was a one-sided game 1 and 2, now they fight back. With Mr. Dan San as well. The coaching booth and the team booth and TLID. This was perfect. Down to the minute details and Kyo, man, the confidence to go in just like this. Because he knows Trishelle is there also covering for him. With the Lantern Flare, you have some sort of heal too. And the Atlas we talked about. Well, sure, it can control the Leomord. It can control the river. Yeah. But
Lugi pang TLID.
quickly. And that was the case for the Atlas for Baloyski in this game at least. Because Kyo was
Nagwawala ang GEEK Fam nung game 1 and 2.
close to unkillable most of the times. And with that, the crystal falls. TLID take game 3 as we head to game 4. But let's hear what the panelists has to say. So Eterna, Coach Aldo, and Mirko, take it away, please.
This match truly shows us just how important the Paquito is and how important it is for the young stallions to have their horse. Who would have thought game number 3, TLID take this and, you know, prolong the series just a bit? What were your thoughts about that third game?
Hey, a botch engage, or a botch invade rather, early on, really set them spiraling down, man. It looked like a composition that could actually do really well, but I think they just fought way too early here, GEEK Fam. So it's a little bit of that misexecution. I don't think it's just
Yung game 1 mo, 13 minutes lang. Fastest game ng playoffs.
Back to, okay, pick their comfort here. Mr. Joe needs his horse.
He was looking for it before, you know, they
Kaya kung hindi kayo in-invite si Ate Danielle sa birthday, hindi, until ngayon, hindi pa sila bate. Hindi.
From TLID.
I mean, yes. Again, finally, we see
Ayos.
the Paquito, in which I want to see it. It's been so long, right? We haven't seen Aran on the Paquito, and he shows that he still can play the Paquito very well. The way he zones out everyone, the way he just, you know, secluded some of the carries of GEEK Fam, and yeah. And man, again, Joe on the Leomord is one of his power picks. He's so good with it. The way he just traded his life for the carries and everything. Yeah, that's how you play the horse, man.
Yeah, it's fantastic, really, man. TLID, when they get the job done in the early game, they're able to scale so well into the late game, right? And we gotta give props to the man who stayed consistent all throughout the series with the same pick in 3 games. Kyo, fantastic performance. All the way from game number 1, he was the one, like, shining hope for TLID, where everybody else was underperforming. Kyo stood tall.
Absolutely. We're taking a look at the crucial moment now from that previous game. So when did it really begin for TLID?
I think the first watch invade really snowballed TLID, especially with the Cho. Again, Cho is a classic pick against an Atlas. It was way back, I think in season 6, 7, 8, I think. Because again, Atlas is very hard to catch on the show with the shoot point and everything. But again though, the MVP of this game, the Harriet, Mr. Kyo, Mr. Consistent. 3 games in a row with the Harriet. Again, a losing matchup against a Claude, but he did well. He did very well.
I think at this point it's kind of a skill matchup, right? Because we've seen Harrods win against Claudes, Claudes win against Harrod. It really depends on the user. And yeah, Kyo has done a fantastic job again. This guy all throughout game 1 to 3 has been the best player on TL, which is surprising because I think coming into the playoffs, we had him as maybe the least skilled player on the team. We thought Aran was better, we thought Kevin the Jolt was better, Dritchel obviously rookie of the season, and Leone the shining star. But here in the playoffs, it's been very different.
So what made the difference? Do you think the picks influenced his impact in the game? Was it the way that they played it this time around?
I think the way Kyo has been playing these 3 games has been clean. The mechanics, the Zaman Force. I mean, there are some questionable Zaman Force, but again though, the way he navigated with the Harriet.
Marvin pala to. Marvin Corpus, hello.
They just forgot the identity of the team. What made Team Liquid ID so successful in the regular season isn't the fact that they're individually all better than their opponents. Individually, I'd put them, some of them are very good, but others, it's just all right. They need to play as a team, together. And this composition enabled that. They just stuck together, they knew when to stick together, and they played their normal game, just like in the regular season.
And before we break this down further, we are going to throw it over to Sabila because she has something special for all you loyal viewers out there. So, Sabila, take it over.
Tim Liquid ID berhasil memberikan perlawanan di game kali ini. Mereka berhasil bangkit. Bahkan kita sudah melihat sorak-sorai yang ada dari The Calvary.
Ako di natin maintindihan.
Karena di siang hari ini semangat benar-benar tidak pernah putus. Kali ini Sabila bakal bagi-bagi hadiah karena kita akan masuk ke GoPay hadiah GG. Di mana spesial dari hari yang pertama sampai dengan 4 hari ke depan, GoPay akan bagi-bagi hadiah dengan total 18 juta rupiah. Jadi buat superfans yang udah hadir di venue langsung standby kan untuk smartphone kalian. Dan juga langsung dibuka aplikasi GoPay-nya karena sesaat lagi untuk cara-caranya akan langsung ditaruh sama Surga.
Kaya bagi ba kayo nainitan?
Hai Superfans, sudah kembali.
Suga.
Dengan senang hati, aku akan bagikan
Suga.
hadiah untuk semua Superfans yang menyaksikan Playoffs MPL ID Season 17. Caranya, unduh aplikasi GoPay di Play Store atau App Store. Buka kamera pada smartphone untuk scan QR kode yang akan aku berikan. Klik buka hadiah untuk terima GoPay hadiah. Dan selamat, saldo GoPay dari GoPay hadiah berhasil masuk ke akun GoPaymu. Semua sudah siap? Ini dia QR kodenya.
Oke, ini dia langsung aja di scan sekarang juga. Dan kalau misalnya udah dapet, jangan lupa untuk langsung saja ditunjukkan ke kamera. Karena pastinya di sini Sabila pengen lihat udah berapa banyak sih yang dapet. Wow, tuh langsung ditunjukin kalau udah di scan ya. Ayo sekarang juga. Karena ingat total hadiahnya ini sampai dengan hari terakhir itu adalah 18 juta rupiah. Jadi pastikan kalian udah scan dan juga sudah dapat hadiah spesial dari GoPay. Nah, di situ udah pada dapat, di sebelah sini juga udah pada dapat, udah ditunjukin semuanya ke kamera, luar biasa sekali karena setiap harinya akan ada hadiah spesial dari GoPay. Jadi pastikan kalian yang punya tiket langsung aja datang nih ya ke venue kita. So, langsung bisa dapat hadiahnya. Tapi sebelum kita lanjut lagi, Sabila lihat Bude ini kayaknya lagi pengen ngobrol-ngobrol, so langsung aja kalau begitu Bude, silakan. terima kasih Bude Sabel. Tapi di sini Bude udah bersama dengan dua sosok yang
Kamusta naman kayo, guys?
Velodrome. Langsung saja ini dia,
Kamusta?
Gugun dan Erosiki.
Halo, Bude.
Hello, Shaky.
Rame banget di bagian Cavalrys, langsung pada heboh, kayaknya pada kangen sama kalian bermain di panggung MPL. Tapi sekarang sebagai jadi penonton, gimana Gugun melihat pertandingan ini?
Tentang
Pertandingan ini?
seru sih. Apa namanya? Kan tadi game 1-2 si Liquidnya kan dibantai lah. Terus game 3 bisa ngebalikin, seru sih.
Kira-kira ini tim Liquid telat panas atau geeknya yang jago banget?
Menurut aku telat panas sih, karena kan kemarin GEEK udah main ya. Mungkin game 1-2 pemanasan TLID-nya.
Oke, karena ini juga baru bermain. Tapi di sini Eron Siki, halo Eron Siki.
Yes, halo Bude.
Welcome, selamat datang to Indonesia.
Yes, thank you Bude.
Iya,
Thank
tapi
you.
kamu datang ke sini, emang udah siap ngeganti ini untuk next season?
Kalau bisa dibilang iya sih Bude.
Weh.
Erwin, good morning.
Bude sih denger sih, pas kamu di Malaysia, suruh pada hati-hati nih. Kamu sama Fabian udah ngati-ngatiin tim Liquid ID.
Kalau kata Jo dibalik gini Bude. Sekarang lu yang hati-hati Sul, nggak lolos playoff. Emang batu banget sih Jo ini. Jo, maksudnya gimana sih?
Iya sih, kamu yang kena nih nggak lolos.
Iya Bude.
Tapi pelajaran apa yang kamu mungkin dapat di sana, terus kamu share mungkin ke anak-anak di sini?
Pembelajarannya satu sih Bude. Jangan pernah nggak dengerin Reja Pahlevi. Karena semua omongan dia tuh bener-bener
Di namin maintindihan.
Reja Pahlevi.
Itu ya Jo, itu ya
Ini
semuanya
po.
Jo. Dengarkan. Tapi kalau ngebahas hari ini, kamu ngelihat tim Liquid ID, mereka masuk ke upper bracket, mereka baru bermain.
Yes.
Gimana gameplay mereka?
Jujur aku gak kaget sih, tapi aku seneng banget karena aku udah tahu hasil latihan mereka kan. Emang mereka bagus banget dan dari awal season tuh aku
Let me
udah lihat
translator.
emang mereka nih, apa ya, kayak bisa dibilang layak untuk ke final lah, layak untuk juara juga mungkin. Kalau rezeki.
Kalau rezeki dan layak, kelayakan itu apa yang kamu lihat dari mereka?
Aku lihat mereka kayak tim aku dulu sih, mereka mainnya benar-benar as a team, saling percaya satu sama lain, gak kayak season-season sebelumnya gitu loh.
Gun, tolong balas Gun. Itu maksudnya kamu kayaknya.
Enggak, maksudnya season 16 kayak kelihatan mainnya agak terpisah-pisah dikit, cuman sekarang setelah datangnya coach Sonjau dan tim 7, jadi ya mereka mainnya lebih kompak aja sih. Terlebih Aran lebih overpower season ini.
Oh iya, nggak slack? Apa masih?
Enggak ada slack kemarin, enggak ada yang berantem.
Coba sampaikan salam cinta kepada Aran.
Enggak ada salam cinta nih Reja apaan sih tuh? Enggak ada lah, ya semangat aja lah buat Aran lah, tunjukin kalau misalnya emang lo jadi salah satu XP lane paling bagus di Indo lah.
Tuh nggak mau bau katanya. Nggak mau. Tapi Gugun, emang kamu ngeliat ada perbedaan yang signifikan nggak sih?
Best of 5 to, I'm not sure.
Zamannya Aran, zamannya dari Iron, terus sekarang zaman Aran doang tersisa.
Dari zaman aku ya, mungkin kalau zaman sekarang karena mereka kebanyakan baru ya, mungkin mainnya lebih as a team sih, nggak ngandelin individual.
Jadi memang as a team.
Ya.
Kekuatan ini yang dibutuhkan untuk menuju internasional nggak sih?
Kenapa sorry?
Untuk menuju ke international stage?
Bisa banget. Bisa banget.
Oke, tadi Aaron sendiri udah pernah bermain di Malaysia, kamu ngelihat juga lawan-lawannya, hasil scrim kamu juga ngelihat ordal banget nih.
Iya.
Ngeliat tim Liquid ID, gimana sih potensi mungkin Indonesia di kancah internasional juga? Karena kita kan lagi nyari.
Ako na mag-translate. Di ko nga din maintindihan eh.
Kalau ya Bude, kalau bisa Liquid dan siapapun itu nanti final, aku yakin 100%
Yes po, opo na lang sasabihin ko.
ini ada Indo di final. Fix 100%, aku yakin.
Fix, Aaron yakin dan dia sudah melihat Melang Buana kesana kemari. Potensinya begitu besar di musim ini. Kenapa? Apakah karena gameplay Indo yang semakin kuat atau memang metanya Indo banget atau apa?
Karena makin sekarang ya kalau misalnya aku perhatiin tim-tim Indo udah nggak peduli sih, kayak banyak yang bilang banyak yang bilang Philippines makro lebih bagus dan lain-lain. Tapi aku lihat tim Indo emang punya karakter yang makin kuat aja sih. Jadi karakter tim-tim Indo tuh semakin kuat semakin lama. Dan itu yang makin bagus lah buat tim Indonesia.
Berkarakter, makin kuat, makin strong, yes. Tapi Gugun ngelihat game 1, 2, 3, game 4 kira-kira bakal ke siapa nih Gun?
Liquid.
Liquid.
Liquid, liquid sabi.
Asalkan nggak telat
Yun lang
panas
naintindihan ko.
Nggak
Team
telat
Liquid.
panas.
Ya.
Aaron, kamu mau bakar-bakar?
Aku udah pasti Liquid dong. Liquid akan menang match kali ini.
Tolong dibakar dulu dong semangatnya nih.
Kayaknya dengan kedatangan aku udah ada yang kebakar sih itu harusnya.
Iya, 2 orang sekaligus pula ya. 3 orang, semuanya.
Semuanya.
Semuanya kebakar.
Ya. Kecuali Reja.
Kecuali Reja. Tapi inilah dia akhir dari perbincangan bersama Gukun dan Aaron. Thank you banget karena Jakarta International Velodrome. Mari kita sambut perlawanan lanjutan game keempat Tim Liquid dan GEEK Fam.
Nagsimula na rin ML tournament dyan. Team ng kuya mo, Team Val. Valentine's daw. Good luck sa tournament nila.
TLID players, Aaron, Shiki, and Gugun themselves, who at some point also fought under the banner of blue. Well, technically, Gugun was orange.
Orange.
Yeah.
But you guys get the gist of it. Going to that, it feels like as soon as Aaron Shiki walked in, TLID did really well. And I think he mentioned that in the interview as well. It's like,
Yeah.
could he be the secret sauce that TLID needs?
I think it's more on the pressure side, you know, because Kyo was like, yo,
Yo.
that guy might replace me if we get 3-0'd here, so I gotta lock in.
That guy might bench me again.
That guy might bench me, exactly. So, I mean, that's what happened in
That's what
C15,
happened.
remember? So, hey, Kyo has that PTSD. Whenever he sees Aaron, he's like, all right, I gotta lock in. Wait, guys, I know I played really good, but I gotta start playing really even better for the MVP performances.
And I think I know what can help him.
What?
I think he could, help by using Garnier.
You think he'd prefer Garnier?
Yeah, I think he'd prefer Garnier. There it is.
Subtitle, please.
Have you guys personally used it?
I have used it. I used the white one though, not this one. The white one, the one that we have in regular season. That's one I actually brought.
Pag
home as well
interview
because
meron eh. Yung interview ng mga players na nanalo.
Like it either, if you guys know what I mean, you know,
Meron.
they are acne free. Why? Even Sans, you notice Sans, he's always washing his face. He's very, very diligent now at washing his face because he knows that that's part of the whole mental game. How could you come up and perform good if your face is oily, if you're not confident in your own looks? The Garnier Game Face Bundle is ready to help you push rank every day.
There you have it, guys. Get one for yourself. I didn't know you could take it home. Like, were they aware that you took it home?
Illegally.
This is why
Illegally.
Listen.
Illegally.
When you do something, you don't ask for permission. You just apologize later if it's illegal. All right? Like, it's like, yeah.
Shout out to Lafel.
Shout out to Lafel. Lafel taught me this at M3.
Back in the days.
Yeah. Back when I was still a naive
Kumusta
little
naman
boy.
kayo guys?
So you're not anymore.
You're still now.
I'm a naive big man.
Okay, well, it's okay. We'll give him that. But yes, TLID strike back in game number 3, but we're still at match point. Legit, GEEK are just 1 game away. Do you think GEEK will let blue side slip this
they
time,
will
or do you
still-
think it doesn't matter?
I think they will still pick the blue side, and they will first pick the Paquito.
Yeah, it's a bit of disrespect that they didn't go for the Paquito because,
Yes.
again, giving it to Aran is kind of crazy. The
So
thing
it's
is,
the Claude first pick. That was the issue.
it wasn't really the issue. It's a different take.
But again, though, I think I understand why they pick up the Claude, because
Exactly.
if they pick up the Paquito, the Team Liquid pick up the
Paquito
Jushin
Jushin?
Claude, then the Yeef is not an important part anymore because of the Claude.
Yep.
The Yeef will struggle against the Claude. That's why maybe with the thought process they pick up the first pick Claude. But again, though, Paquito users in this playoff, we've seen it in MPL PH,
Yep.
we've seen it in MPL Malaysia. The Paquito is just too OP right now.
Yeah.
Strong.
And
Strong.
another
Super
factor
strong.
to how the Harith works. If you already have a Paquito, the Harith comes in and it just loses all of its weaknesses, right?
Ikaw
Usually when
hindi
you go
naman
for
ako
Harith
guys.
composition with whatever other XP laner, you'll still lose out to a Claude because the Claude can still stay in the side lane.
Yes.
He can constantly farm as you'll have to group up with your team and start fighting. If you lose those fights, the Claude will keep on building as you drop behind, fall behind. So with the Paquito, it negates that.
Yes.
The Claude will always have to face the Paquito, so it kind of forces Claude into that stick mentality as well. And that's why the Paquito is usually the one that controls that far lane every single time.
And even in team fights, the Paquito will
Yeah.
just mirror shadow the Claude, so the Claude will not BMI placing duet
Yep.
in.
You can get cancelled, you can get bursted down, and you cannot kill the Paquito.
So can the Paquito be considered
ONIC yung susunod, oo.
Yes.
Pero alas 7 pa sila ng gabi.
Back in the day?
Yeah, far lane wise, yes. Lane still, there's still Bovius.
Bovius,
Freya. Yeah. But
Okay,
far
okay.
lane wise, yes, Paquito. Especially with
Well,
the damage reduction.
we are moments away of
Yeah.
getting into game number 4.
Maybe 20
This time
minutes.
TLID will be on blue side. So,
Pick Paquito.
Leomord, Paquito.
Meron din laro. Hanggang Sunday yung laro.
Picks on the board, but obviously
Sunday Grand Finals na.
earlier on. But what are we going to be facilitating?
Broken
by?
walls.
It looks like it's going to be broken walls for game number 4. Another match point game. And let's head straight into it.
Right.
Paquito opened up or not?
Yeah, there you go.
There you go.
Nice.
There you go.
Paquito, I'd say just go Leomord Eve straight
Yes,
up, right? Just
I
go
do.
for it. Signature picks all throughout. You need to stick to what works.
Yes.
On Zhao, remember who you are.
Leomord Eve looks good for me.
Oh, that,
yeah,
okay,
that-
makes
that
sense.
one.
Yeah, the Harith also.
But
Yeah.
again, no, the Leomord will get banned out here.
It don't matter.
It
The
don't matter?
Jote, many people think the Jote can only play Fredja and Leomord. They might be right, but there's a chance they're wrong.
They're wrong.
Just
okay.
like we were wrong about Nazara. We thought no Guinevere, no Harley is going to be
okay.
very, very problematic. He's played so many
Okay.
heroes other than that and made it work. Now this game in particular, I'm thinking if Geek Fam go for, well, there's still a Baksha right now. The Baksha is still very, very good for TLID. So they're going to have to ban
Yes.
Geek Fam both Baksha and Leomord if they want to take the Jote out of the
I
equation.
do agree with that, but they pick up the Leomord.
So they ban Suyo and Baksha.
Yes.
Oh.
But again, though, we've been talking about how weak Nazara's Leomord is.
That's the thing.
But again, Nazara has proved us wrong.
Yeah.
This, especially in this series.
That's why, chat. Game 1, we were assuming that Fanny was bad, Baksha was bad on the hands of Nazara. Now it's a Leomord, who also had a very bad win rate, coach.
Yes.
Is it 0% or is it like
33%.
33.
So 1 win out of three matches.
So if both of those heroes get banned out second phase by Geek Fam, the only hero that he's picked up in the regular season, there's one, Lucas that lost, and there's still the Fanny.
Yes.
Okay, hold on the Fanny. I think the Fanny is not bad right now, but we gotta hold on. There's still a Kalea open, and they start banning that out, then maybe we can see the Fanny. They do go for the Baksha ban here. There you go.
I think Baksha Suyo ban makes sense for Geek Fam and for TLID. I think you want to limit out their mid prio, especially the Kalea, the Khalid, maybe.
I wouldn't even complain if we see a Lucas. You know why? Lucas and Leomord are basically the same hero.
But again, though, if Marcel hasn't picked up the Valentina here, they're gonna be spicy.
That's true. They're gonna have to be
Maybe they could
very,
ban it
very
here.
careful.
Yes, they should be.
Hey,
very
they want
careful.
Fanny. They want Fanny. They want Fanny. They want
okay,
Fanny. They want Fanny.
They
Never mind.
they want Fanny.
They banned the Kalea. Okay, okay. I see you. I see you, Jote.
I see you, Chote. You want the Fanny here?
Okay, we're waiting for the next ban now.
Fanny.
And still Suyo ban. Because Fanny is again, high risk, high reward.
Yep.
Especially in the hands of Joe.
Oh.
They got the show. So they're implying that they want the Atlas here.
And Leone was very good last game on the Cho. He's one of the only Chos that has done well in MPL outside of, obviously, Keyboy.
But again, if they pick up the Atlas, the glue makes sense now for Leone. Because it kind of answers Leomord and also the Atlas.
I mean, right now, it's good for TLID to go for the glue.
Yes.
To go for the Atlas.
Oh, but I think
They
they
can
will
go.
pick it. They will pick it up first.
Okay, you think it's going to be Geek Fam with a pickup first?
Yes.
I don't know, there's a Harriet, there's a Yeep here. It already failed last game, and with more mobility, I'm not too sure about the Atlas later on.
Okay, so let's see what the TLID fans first here. Are they implying for a Fanny pick here? Or...
Is it a deep Esme ban? I don't think so, right?
Oh, still the Atlas ban. Yeah, respect to Marcel.
They go straight for
They go
it.
straight for the Atlas here.
Wow.
But
So,
again,
yeah.
though, last pick Esmeralda for Geek Fam is very, very good.
So it's still the same.
Yes. So if Suyo is still open, you can just go Suyo for the more safer route. And also a glue. Yes, Suyo glue makes sense though.
Yep. Then do you go Hylos on top of that, or Gato Kacha? I think more Gato Kacha with the Leomord and the Claude. But then you're going to be lacking Engage.
Yes.
That's why the Hylos might be the better choice.
For TLID? Yeah.
So, are we locking it in? Hylos and Fanny / Suyo?
Hylos Fanny or Suyo Glue also kind of makes sense.
Oh my god. Demon Kite, is that you?
Wow.
Last
Demon
time we
Kite
saw
is
the
that
Akai,
you.
at least the one that I remember, was in the M7 World Championship where Demon Kite picked this up against a Leomord.
Yes.
And it is a very good pick against a Leomord.
And also the Atlas.
Yeah, that's true.
Yes.
That's true. A great disengage tool.
And they also have the enough damage with the Piro, the Harriet, the Eve.
And the glue can mount.
Yeah.
And they now have the engage tool that they were looking for, the Lapu Lapu for Marcel.
Yes. A signature pick for Marcel this season.
Wow.
Pretty good pick, especially if he can just bait out the heavy spin from the Akai.
And we have to take into account that why doesn't Akai work in the meta? You get poked out, you get all in, and you're forced to use heavy spin.
Yeah.
The Eve is taken out. The poke is not there in the early game until the Claude gets items. You're gonna have to all in here. And if you all in against a Paquito, against a glue, that's exactly where TLID wants you to be.
Ooh, is it 2-2? I'm feeling it 2-2, but it depends on Marcel, how Marcel plays the Lapu Lapu.
Yeah.
So what are our thoughts?
50-50 execution.
Yeah, 50-50 execution.
50-50 execution, a debut pick for Kevin the Jolt with Akai. Let's hear it from Realize as well as Gani. What you guys think?
Sino kaya ang
Thank you, Malice.
mananalo?
And yes, that Akai shows up in the jungle. And sometimes, I myself pick it up against the Leomord. Because you have that heavy spin as a safety net. When he pops in the horse, that heavy spin will buy some time. Run under the horse, you're basically dead.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, let's see if the Akai will take TLID to Game 5, or perhaps will they have to go down to the lower brackets. It is still match point for Geek Fam. This is Game 4.
Yeah. Imagine the lower brackets though. If Geek Fam wins TLID against Bigatron in the lower brackets, it's going to be very explosive right there. Or ONIC later on. We're still waiting for the answers, but yes, this is series point. One more for Geek Fam. So close, yet so far. Meanwhile for TLID, it's a climb up back to the mountains where they possibly belong. And for Geek Fam now with the Atlas pick, have that heavy CC again, like we mentioned. River control is very good with the Akai, or rather, sorry, with the Atlas. And so far, they're gonna play this a little bit prior for both teams. Zara close by, Leone eating a bit of damage. And finally, a boy uses the Juicin. Juicin is super good again. Very, very prio. Emblems by Bayou. So far, almost the same. For the Paquito though, he goes with the Thrill this time around. So that adds more damage to the FOB especially. And yeah, everything else is in place. But let's talk about the fact that, you know, so far the Paquito, in this series at least, Gone, has held a 100% win rate.
Exactly. Will that trend continue, right? Because if that trend continues, that means we are going to a Game 5. Let's see Voloski now. How's a perfect match? Now, I believe the panel said this, right? Akai gotta be poked down so that the power of Akai is going to be reduced. Let's see so far. Kevin on the Akai is able to space out very, very well. Let's see the first neutral objective take. The heavy spin on board. Kevin is definitely an advantage. Oh, there you go! Nizara finds the turtle. Kevin heavy spin defensively. That's not a good sign for the cavalry. A Geek Fam, they will add more kill to the series. That's gonna be first blood for Geek Fam.
That's a very, very good start for Geek Fam. Finally, Marcel as well with the Lapu Lapu gets the kill. That's also one of his specials. This is where he shines the most too. At least now you have something to kind of cancel out and gap close your way into the Eve and possibly the Harris as well. As Geek Fam invades that jungle, helping out Kinziski shove the wave and possibly look for something else. I'm on force just to clear the wave. And a Lapu Lapu against Paquito lane. It's kind of like that, you know, it's kind of flat. Yeah. Lapu Lapu obviously wants to go for the all-in. Hold on a minute.
After he frees Leone now, his blade stall knocked off every crowd control was given towards Leone. Another kill on the board for Geek Fam. Far from ideal early game from TL. This is not looking good for an Akai game as Geek Fam, they continue the pressure top. And it seems like for Geek Fam, all is good.
At least Aran was able to get a knack at that gold plating. So some gold for him. But we know this by GoPay. This marks Akai's debut in MPL ID Season 17. after last being used 292 days ago by Nile during MPL ID since 16 regular season when Bigatron lost. I repeat, lost to Navi.
Wow.
So is it supposed to be a loss? Because, you know, if we take a look at the trend, obviously that was a year ago almost. And we did hear Mirko mention it, that Demon Kite picked it up in M7. And against the Leo Mort particularly as well. So that kind of helps you a lot. It's going to dissect the matchup, how it will operate. Because Akai inherently is tanky and it has some sort of damage. It's super safe as well. The heavy spin is, I believe, one of the underrated ultimates you can have in the game. With a gap close and possibly a pin down. Go for Belois keep the perfect match. Again, this is what Atlas is very good. You can go for kind of like danger zoning potentials, but then you have an escape tool, which is the perfect match.
Gotta hold on towards that perfect match on the right timing, because if not, Maloyski can isolate himself in a sticky situation. So far, though, great timing on that perfect match. Here it goes. That's gonna be the only trying to zone. Uh-oh, Maloyski mounted, not looking too good for the Atlas. That's gonna be Atlas going on first. Kevin with a heavy spin. This time, Richel secures the turtle. Marcel isolates himself. That's gonna be another kill on the board for TLID. They have recovered. They got the turtle. They got the kills in the mid lane here. And look at weak, Aron! And Richel finds the kill in the mid lane. Ladies and gentlemen, TLID resurrected.
Together in unison, the cavalry stands tall. And they stand strong. Aran and Richel icing on the cake as they now lead the charge in this game. 1.7k gold lead, 4 kills as well. And you can finally see the potential that the Akai brings to the table once you go for the 5v5 objective takes in the team fights. The heavy spin just pushes you away. And as a Leo Mord, you want to get close. You want to run them down with your horse. And that heavy spin buys time, expires your Phantom Steed. And then you're left without the damage reduction. You're left without your horse, which obviously is one of the strongest tools that Leo Mord has. Adam builds by Dunia Games. Rapid boots for Aran. He wants to be everywhere around the map. He wants to look for those assassinations possibly, or even split pushes. The rotations are going to be super fast. War Axe for Lapu and Leo Mord. Other than that, nothing out of the ordinary. Possibly first helmet for both Akai and the Glue. So in the extra tankness too, but look at them. They have so much control now over the jungle, over the river, and this wave up top is going to crash. I believe this turret might just fall for TLID.
One of the GEEK fam can defend. That's going to be a free structure for the side of TL. But GEEK fam says, you know what, we will respond with a turret take bot. Uh-oh, that's a good clearance there by Aran, delaying the turret take. Marcel failed to get it, but here comes GEEK fam with a perfect match here. Looking to lock around down the stun, the damage. Marcel secures it. 3 kills on towards his name this game.
And you saw what it takes to kill the Pino. A whole army of GEEK fam players expending their resources, and now they have nothing for the turtle. Is that going to be a worth it trade? I don't believe so. And yeah, GEEK fam are just going to go back, but TLID, they want to go forward with Leone with the grab. And TLID get the turtle stock free. And it's like a falling block. Behind on that Aran and Gage, they have no resources. GEEK fam have no resources for that objective.
No, and it's really looking good for TLID, right? Even though they failed to control Turtle 1, but after Turtle 2, they get the mid turret. And it's just harder for GEEK fam to rotate. It's harder for GEEK fam to take space. You can see Beloy struggling to just get more bush, control more bushes, and different story for TLID. Leone is just zoning, opening things up for his team, providing information on the whereabouts of GEEK fam members. And this is going to be crucial here as TLID, they definitely want to keep this series alive.
And this is why the Curse Helmet is very, very good as well for both Akai and Blue. Both heroes, they want to gap close, and that passive for the Burning Soul just pops out the hybrid defense. Spin.
And the structure, that's a blazing right by Kenzie. TLID, they're not in a good position. Zana! In prime position to provide damage, though, will be traded.
Ron.
Marcel repositions towards back, pops a brave spider. Here comes Geek Fam. They want to re-engage, but Ron, oh my goodness, taking the fatal link to his face and will be taken down. Marcel the Lethal finds an opening and take 2 down.
Lethal with the Lapu Lapu, and that's Marcel. Lethal with the Lapu Lapu going in. Ham, that 3-man stun was so good, and it shifted the team fight in Geek Fam's favor. Geek Fam finally looking alive. This could be the resurgence, restoration in their name. Another item check for both teams, obviously scaling slowly. Steel leg plates for Kevin to hold on. Physical damage coming in. Geek Fam as Kenziski looking to complete the Swift Trinity. Golden Staff as well. This Claude finally gets time to show up. But Iran with the Paquito doing God's work. Very much so. Just looking to isolate the carries again. Playing the side lanes, activating it. Another big fight queued up. This Lord spawning. And a 5v5 this time could be much different because of how Geek Fam played it. I think TLID also kind of extended their stay up top. And Geek Fam went for the turnaround with the re-engage. Marcel, that was beautiful. But yeah, Lord time now. Up top, the waves are going to meet. Down bottom is going to shove for Geek Fam. But Kyo will be there to answer. Chastise completed for BBB.
10 minutes in, it is all equal here gold-wise. And both teams understand that this is going to be a crucial Lord/big fight. You can see the spells already active here for the side. Oh, that's going to be the fight. That's the trigger open, Finland! Opening things up, Heavy Spin. Just to disengage, and Zara though, pin down. Not enough damage to take the Leomore just yet. That's gonna be Kyo now. Isolated knockup. Kyo! Surviving the back. And ladies and gentlemen, Geek Fam found a way to dismantle the cavalry. Only Leone is the left man standing as Geek Fam. They will take no survivors.
Wipeout for Geek Fam. TLID, the cavalry, the horse, locked in the stables again. And Geek Fam secure the Lord. Behind a losing early game, behind a lost fight, they recover, they re-engage, they get everything and leave nothing for TLID to chew on. And the Queen's Wings for Marcel as well. The Lapu Lapu super strong now. In a very, very solid state. The Lord will spawn. They will try to manage the waves, especially now. They have a chance to knock down some structures, possibly pop the Holy Shield, the Holy Defense, siege in the mid lane. And TLID, at least they have the Akai with the heavy spin this time to kind of dissuade the waves and just split them into pieces. Because with the heavy spin, you kind of get, you know, the pin down obviously is number one, but then you can kind of scamper away Geek Fam, in which they want to play on a team fighting basis that really plays around the Atlas. The Lord does come in, but the Holy Defense will be enough to take it down.
Man, realize what a state that Geek Fam is currently in. Yep, 5,000 gold lead, right? That Beloy play with the Fatalings might just be enough to gain control. And if they're, you know, if they manage to keep at this tempo, at this pace, with that play, it might be enough to take them to secure top 3 in MPL ID Season 17 and advancing through the upper bracket finals. Let's see, can TLID turn this game around? It is still match point, ladies and gentlemen, for Geek Fam.
Geek Fam, look at the control they have onto the territory of TLID. Fleeting time for Beloyski. He knows. It's all about the Fatal Links. It's all about that big ult. That one big ult that will just turn things around. It was Marcel with the stun. And now it's Beloyski's time to shine. So far, he's been doing a great job with the Atlas. Controlling everything. And just putting TLID to place. I mean, TLID does have Kevin. Again, I want to mention with the heavy spin. When the engage does come in, you can heavy spin defensively to, again, scatter the player. But who do you save the heavy spin, right? Is it going to be the Leomord? Is it going to be the engage coming into you? Because if you want to pin down the players, you also need that quick burst. They kind of have it in Rochelle. They kind of have it in Kyo as well. But, you know, so far, it hasn't materialized. Loisky thinks.
Yeah, pops the fatal link there in a very, very peculiar timing. But it is all good. All reset. 20 seconds on the clock for the next Lord spawn. Ladies and gentlemen, you mentioned Kevin. Ideally, you want to use a heavy spin during objective takes.
Yep.
Not to defend, not to cover. Right? And with the Zushin, though, Geek Fam is able to just poke around Kevin so far efficiently. And now with the Lord up, I'm sure both teams, especially TLID, they're looking to find a turnaround here.
To a certain extent, you can kind of kite the Panda as well, the Akai. Just play it front to back and just, you know, let it come to you with a heavy spin, and then that's a resource expended, and then you can go in for more. The Lord, Dance of Geek Fam, even Baloisky popped the boots. Oh, there's gonna be the fatal links to Aran.
On towards Aran, they want to commit on towards the Paquito. Here comes Leone from the flanks. Forced Kenzie to use that flicker already. That's gonna be Marcel taking top HP. Kevin is on it. That's gonna be Baloisky though. Perfect match towards the back. That's a mount on towards Kenzie. Leone flickers out of danger. All 10 members are still alive, but a couple of spells from both respective teams popped and triggered.
Leone was buying a lot of time over there, making Geek Fam chasing him down. And now TLID, they are the ones who want to spark the fire. They want the light of fire in this Lord, but they can't really go quickly. They can't really burst it down as convenient. Geek Fam, no, looking for engage again. Kevin, stuck.
50% HP?
Yep. Reset though.
That's a poke, that's a reset kill. Looking to provide damage, and I think Geek Fam understands with Kevin not in an optimal health here. They know that they are in a better position to take this Lord dance.
Yeah. Can't really die, especially with the objective now. And Ski.
Both goal layers, a standoff there under the Lord's feet, and now seems like with Kyo taken quite low, Geek Fam pulled the trigger. Baloisky now no perfect match. Kyo taken down, and they will continue the pressure as Geek Fam take a look at the members of TLID scattered, isolated, and Kevin, the retribution holder, will fall to the hands of Kenzie. Aran trying to hold on, trying to buy time, but the Lord and Aran will fall in. Geek Fam, they will open things up for the upper bracket finals. They do it?
For a moment, TLID, they grasp the chance. The early game, with 5 fingers, both hands, Geek Fam snatch it from them, and now they have cryo, they have control. They are in the base.
2 members defending Leone, not in a good shape, will be taken down. The mid turret will fall. Lord is marching dangerously in the bottom side of the map. Kyo respawned. Now, what will Geek Fam do? Oh boy, eyes on him, because he still has the flicker. Let's see if he's gonna make a play. Kyo pops shout towards here just to intimidate the members of Geek Fam. They still got a Lord to take care of, but that's gonna be the turret taken down. Oh boy! Finds a Crimson Beacon. Kyo taken down. Azara finds a Steed to end his life, and Kevin isolated, taken down. As ladies and gentlemen, Geek Fam has done it. They stay alive yesterday, and they will continue their threat to the upper bracket finals.
Geek Fam does it in convincing fashion, turning the tides around. TLID had the game in their hands. We thought they were gonna push it to the limit, but Geek Fam, they will secure themselves a spot in the upper bracket finals, just one step
We won.
TLID, they're gonna ride the horse, but they'll have to ride it in the lower brackets.
Nalaglag ang TLID. Buti may lower bracket.
TLID, they secured the upper brackets in the regular
Parang ganito nangyari sa Falcons Diba? Falcons nalaglag sa lower bracket.
will now have no more extra life for TLID as Geek Fam, they're able to take that away. You can see the faces, you can see the joy from Baloy and friends.
What a story for GEEK Fam as well.
What a story indeed.
They were struggling in the regular season, close to not making it to playoffs, but then the consolations approved. Fates change, and now they are one step away from MSC. One win is all it takes. TLID, they were the ones securing the upper seed, and now they are knocked down. For a moment, the doubt faded away. The roster, the team, the players. But for now, the doubt comes crawling back. For GEEK Fam, it's their time to shine. It's their moment to celebrate. For TLID, back to the drawing board again. Back to fixing things. They've been in this position before, multiple times. But one thing for sure with TLID is that they will always come back stronger. And that could start in the lower brackets. But it's gonna be a long way, long way back to MSC.
Wait.
Well, GEEK Fam, same five up on the stage with Baloyski at the helm, conducting his own monsters, making them. And the monsters did shine today. The monsters did show up. It was Azara game 1. And now it is Marcel and everybody as well. Take a look at the fights they took. Early game, they were lost. They were confused. But then that single play, that single turnaround up top, that fight in the orange buff. Everything else just fell into place. And the cloud is very explosive too. The damage accumulating slowly. And now, up on stage, it is GEEK Fam with Uliklar Amongsar and Sabila.
Momen kemenangan dari tim GEEK Fam.
Winning moments for GEEK Fam.
Yan, may translation yan, guys.
They beat the Cavalry 3-1. The family, where's the spirit? Where's the noise?
Sekali, memang benar ya. Kata teman-teman
Amazing.
kalau mereka itu panas banget dan masih
I think people's are right. They're so hot right now.
di kali ini. Tapi ini yang tidak kalah luar biasa. Ini kudanya King Kevin
But
kenapa? Dipegang
what
sama
happened to
Marcel.
King Kevin's horse? Why are you holding it?
Iya makanya.
Lepas kodanya.
Lepas,
It's
kudanya
freed now.
Lepas dan langsung dipegangin gitu ya.
The horse
Gimana,
is
Bang?
freed.
Loy,
Apa?
mana Loy?
Sorry kepanasan.
Emang
So hot here.
panas.
Below is feeling the heat.
Lepas.
So hot.
Kalian berhasil
Nainitan si Baloy.
dari tim Liquid berhasil kalian taklukkan. Sekarang ada di tangan
You get
kalian.
Kodanya looping.
successfully captured
Kudanya
Liquid's horse.
looping.
How you feeling?
Ini gue gak masuk nih gitu gue. Sorry gue gak ngerti.
Oke, ini konsep di mana
Oh
kuda
gimana
hitam
syaratnya?
melawan
Oh,
tim kuda.
This
Oh,
dark
iya.
horses beating themselves.
Hoki Bude.
Hoki
Bude.
Oh.
Atau kalian sudah memang sudah latihan menjadi penjinak kuda?
Are you
Kan kita
now
emang
the
selalu
horse
kuda
tamer?
hitam, tapi kali ini kita bakal kuda slayer.
Oh, baik. Jadi kuda Slayer.
Now we're the horse slayer,
Kali ini berbeda lagi ya.
not more the king slayer.
Luar biasa banget. Tapi kalau
Now this is
dari
different thing now, right
Baloy
now.
sendiri melihat match yang tadi.
So for you,
kalian
Baloy, look at this
ketemu
match.
spot ya yang harusnya mungkin sama nih dari match kemarin sampai dengan match sekarang benar-benar mulus tapi
So what's
harus
the
kepleset.
difference?
Gimana?
How do you
Gimana
look at
tuh?
this match
Sempet
right now?
kepleset tadi sempat kecuri satu
You
poin
get-
game
Ah, sempat
ketiga.
ke pressure.
You get stolen 1 point off.
Enggak deh,
Game 3
soalnya
kenapa tuh kalah?
game 3, enggak. Soalnya aku udah, apa ya, udah 12-13 season. Di MPL ngapain masih kena pressure kan. Gua aja,
Oh.
akun gua masih
So
epic.
it's 12-13 season
Tapi
that I
tetap
haven't been
ya, di sini
feeling
bermain
pressures in
dengan
MPL,
sangat
but
mitik.
Maaf,
that game 3,
Oke, ngebahas
I can
tentang
feel a little
match
bit of
ini,
it.
Dari Baloyski sendiri, kemarin pas Bude ngobrol-ngobrol di sana sama
And for
Makmur,
Baloyski, we
katanya
talk a lot.
di sini kamu yang berperan penting untuk
You have a
menentukan
very
draft
important
pick
role,
list.
ya.
Hero-hero
especially in
dari
the
kalian.
drafts.
Dan juga untuk sekarang melawan tim Liquid, apa yang kamu plan tadi?
So for against facing Team Liquid, so what do you plan here?
Banking Maharaja Kevin Predwin.
Serem.
Just ban out the Fredrin.
dari
Ban out
Leon ya.
the Jote
Jahat
Fredrin.
dia
It's
kalau
so
dia pakai
scary.
itu.
Kalau glue dari Leoni kamu lepas.
How about
Jahat
how
juga,
about Leonis
jahat
Glue?
juga. Cuman lebih jahat Fredrin. Fredrinnya.
Leonis
Jadi kita
Glue is
pilih
good,
yang
but
lebih-
Fredrin's
lebih
Kevin's
baik
Fredrin is
lah.
just better.
Jahatnya nggak yang jahat banget lah.
It's so scary. It's so evil. Evil Fredrin.
Ya.
Dipilih-pilih ya. Berarti
So
dari
you just
glue
choose,
tadi lepas gak
pick your
masalah ya.
poison, right?
Adalah jangan kasih King Maharaja Kevin Fredrin. Itu salah satu alasan kemenangan kalian, mungkin salah satu kunci kemenangannya.
Ya, King ini ban Fredrin ya itu alasannya.
Oke.
So the main point to this match is just ban Kevin's Fredrin.
Pegangin karena trauma kalah di regular season kah Nazara?
Are you traumatized losing
Iya sih.
in regular season,
Kemarin Fredrinnya
Azara?
ngeri banget. Makanya aku suruh ban aja.
Oke.
Because the
tapi
Fredrin
selain
yesterday in
itu,
the regular season was
kita
so
ngeliat
scary,
kamu
I just
berani
asked
untuk
Beloy to ban it.
menggunakan Fanny-mu lagi. Di saat regular season, bahkan kata Meki juga lepas aja nih.
We've been
Fanny
seeing
dan
your fan again.
Kamu
Back in the regular season, it's not that good. So what happened to your Fanny
Aku
this
pengen ngasih tahu aja
match?
sih siapa King yang sebenarnya.
Oh, I just want to say,
Siapa?
who's the real
Siapa
king?
King yang sebenarnya.
Siapa King sebenarnya? Sekarang
Spicy
ini
from Nazara.
Oke.
Mirko's favorite player right now.
Sama ini. Aku belajar dari ini. Dari streamer ada tutorial Fanny katanya.
Oh, and also I learned a tutorial for Fanny from a streamer, and I thought,
dari situ makanya Fanny aku kayak tadi kan.
and that's
Gara-gara
why my
belajar sama
Fanny
streamer.
became like that.
Oh, oke. Jadi licin gitu maksudnya ya.
Kenapa?
I feel like he's sarcastic though.
Ya, benar.
I feel like he's a little bit sarcastic, but again though, Nazara man, W Nazara.
Highlight dari Fanny-mu yang luar biasa sekali.
So vocal.
Nazara yang sedang panas.
And this is
Ini
your
dia,
moment,
bisa dilihat bersama-sama teman-teman.
your first blood.
Kita lihat ya, benar-benar langsung set 7-0 loh kamu.
You're 7-0.
Iya. Itu gara-gara belajar.
And this is because I study from that streamer.
ya.
Terima kasih buat streamer yang udah ngasih tutorial Fanny buat Nazara katanya khusus.
Khusus.
Thank you for all the streamer
Jadi itu yang dipelajari ditonton
that
terus ya Nazara ya.
give me special
Ditonton
tutorial for the Fanny. I've been watching it a lot.
Tiap malam nonton dong.
Every
Tuto daw
night
siya
I
sa
watch,
streamer.
before I sleep, I watch that tutorial how to play Fanny from those streamers.
Manood nga din ako. Baka makapag-funny ako. Joke.
So let's discuss your Fanny game. You proved yourself today.
Tremor kenapa?
Ya tremor karena adrenalin aku naik.
Oh,
makanya tremor.
He get tremor because his adrenaline rush.
Hebatnya ya, walaupun sedang adrenalin rush ataupun adrenalinnya lagi naik.
Although his adrenaline rushing, but you're still playing so
Walaupun
good.
galak banget sih tadi di Land of Down. Nah, gimana tuh cara Nazara biar bisa tetap chill mainnya jadi
How
tetap
you
ya
still
udah lepas aja.
keep chill
walaupun
to
sebenarnya
play,
deg-deg-dug.
to keep
Deg-deg-dug nggak sih?
composed,
Deg-degan
cool
nggak
and
sih,
composed?
Kenapa?
Deg-degan gak sih kamu sebenarnya?
Do you feel nervous?
Tegang nggak?
Iya, deg-degan.
Deg-degan.
I feel nervous.
Oh, still.
But there's Beloy.
Baloy sang penyelamat berarti ya?
Ya dia.
Beloy the savior.
ibarat Dia yang kontrol aku nih kayak boneka.
He just
Batu,
control
bukan.
us like a
Dia
puppet.
sebenarnya dia.
Iya, tapi kamu seneng kan hari
Tadi dia marahin aku.
Hah?
Gak jagain dia.
Oh, Nazara
Iya.
get mad at Beloy
Dia
because
lepas aku.
Beloy doesn't protect Nazara.
Mengecewakan. Tapi itu
I feel
bisa jadi bekal
disappointed.
untuk nextnya biar bisa lebih dijaga lagi ya.
Iya benar.
So please protect me more, Beloy.
Kalian berada di final upper bracket.
So now you're in the final upper bracket.
Tapi beralih ke arah Marcel. Marcel, hari ini
Top 3 secured.
permainanmu, bukan
So for
hanya
Marcel,
hari ini, namun dari kemarin juga.
today your plays
Dengan
has been
Pakito
insane
Marcel.
with the
Apakah
Pakito.
memang di sini di babak playoff ini taman bermain untuk Marcel?
Is this your playground, Marcel? No.
Enggak.
No, Bude. It's not my playground.
Membahas tentang hari ini. Kamu adalah satu player rookie, satu player anyar.
Let's discuss about today.
Lawanmu
You're a
adalah
rookie
explainer
player.
yang begitu banyak pengalaman.
And you
Aran,
have been facing a lot of
Lawai.
explainer and a
Dalam
lot of
playoff ini,
experience,
apa
like
bekal yang
Aran.
kamu bawa untuk bisa melawan
So what did you
sang
bring that
veteran
can, so that you can face Aran?
Paling ini aja, belajar Pakuito aja.
So I just
Sampai
need to learn
jago
Pakiro.
gitu doang.
Maksudnya dia nggak jago.
So Beloy say, you mean Aran is not good
Udah
at
pro
Pakiro?
doang dia, enggak. Jago tadi.
Aran still very good at
sama-sama pakai
Pakiro.
Pakito sih, bedanya apa nih?
So what's the difference
Nggak
between
ada,
you and your
jago
Pakiro?
dua-duanya.
Kenzi mau ngomong tuh kayak
No.
Tapi jago dia.
Both Pakiros are good.
Marcel
Mine
biasanya
also.
main sama minion.
Oh, Kenzie just said that Marcel just play with the
Kadang ngomong
minions.
gitu ya.
Geeks are looking spicy this playoff.
luar biasa. Tapi kalau misalnya dari Baloy sendiri nih ya, ke Marcel, ada nggak sih kayak
So for Barloy, do you have
semangat ataupun kata-kata
any words for Marcel?
Kalau kasih semangat lebih ke arah satu tim aja sih kayak
Just
kalau
need
tipis-tipis
give
saja kalau semangat
my
itu
spirits
sebenarnya kita harus kasih kredit
for
ke coach
everyone
kita Max Moore.
so that we can give
Tapos ito mag-end live
attention
muna.
and we can
7 o'clock pa yung
play our
susunod.
best.
semangat, tapi dengan kamu adalah salah satu player paling veteran. Bukan salah satu, memang player paling veteran.
You're one of the most veteran player
Makanya,
in this MPL, in
gimana
this
cara
region.
kamu membawa teman-temanmu ini untuk siap di babak playoff ini?
How do you bring your
Ya, kita
friends
latihan aja
be
terus,
ready for this playoffs?
Sebenarnya kalau ngomong skim latihan kita jelek banget. Tapi ya kalau turnamen mungkin ya emang lebih nyala aja akunya sama timnya.
So basically in streams we played bad, but in tournaments, in playoffs, it's different. We played very well.
Menyatukan.
So
Menyatukan player.
so you just bring together the
Bagaimana kamu
players.
bisa yakin bahwa player ini akan bisa sampai
Are you
mendapatkan
confident
tiket PWC?
that you can bring these players to party?
Bisa lah ya. Semoga lah bisa aja. Gak mau
I
kasih
hope
harapan
so.
buat GEEK community tapi gue
I
bersyukur
hope
banget mereka datang di sini.
I'm so
Tapi
grateful
kita
for
belum
GEEK
pulang di
community
sini, belum
that
dapat
comes
apa-apa, jadi
here.
kita bisa celebrate hari ini tapi besok
And
kita
hopefully
balik lagi.
we can celebrate today and also
Baik,
tomorrow.
Itu dia, tapi Aboy, gimana Aboy?
Now for
Setelah
Aboy,
kalian mendapatkan kemenangan dari hari yang pertama sampai dengan hari ini.
get those wins
di
yesterday and
next
today.
match, Dimana kalian tuh akan bertemu kalau nggak bersama ONIC nanti akan bertemu.
You will be facing
bersama
either
Ito pala naging match
GR or
result.
ONIC.
Match result.
Menuju ke satu.
You're
tiket
getting
IWC
closer
dan juga
to EWC
juara
party
Phoenix. Gimana Boy?
and also the King Phoenix.
Lawan siapa aja, lawan siapa aja.
I don't care.
Lawan siapa aja ada persiapan
Whoever I
khusus
face,
nggak? Misalnya kayak
I'm
lawan
ready.
BTR, di mana BTR by Vitality lagi kuat banget dan ONIC
Peter Fellis
dia
now looking very
benar-benar
strong, and
merajai
ONIC,
di
as you
puncak
all
regular
know,
season.
is very
Gimana?
strong. King of the regular
Gak usah,
season.
kita gak usah ada plan biar musuhnya gak ada plan juga.
We don't need to have plan so that the enemy doesn't have that
Menggunakan sistem
also doesn't have a plan.
bolong aja gitu ya.
Iya.
Main aman aja ya.
Let's just
Main-main
play
aja,
safe.
Gak usah perlu banyak pikiran.
No need
Nggak usah perlu banyak
no need a lot of
pikiran,
thoughts,
yang
no need to
main
overthink.
aja.
Just
Dan
play.
Buktinya nanti kita lihat hasilnya seperti
And
apa.
let's
Iya, karena dari
take a look at the
kita
results
hari ini
later.
pun melihat Aboy, deathmu itu minim banget.
But for today, we've
banyak
seen a
sekali
boy. You have
mendapatkan
so
game
minimum
dengan
deaths.
tanpa kematian.
Grabe interview sa kanila, ang tagal mo.
Menjaga diri, apakah memang di season ini kamu ingin menunjukkan kayak oke, zero death positioningku
So for this season,
on
are you wanna let people know that a boy
Soalnya regular season
zero
udah,
deaths,
udah
regular
banyak
season
mati, jadi kita
in the playoffs?
coba beda di playoff.
I've been a lot.
Tadi pun di game kedua
I've been
tanpa
in
tumbang
the regular season. I'm
juga.
not playing well, but right now I want to
Semudah
show
itu
my
membaca
best.
pergerakan dari musuhmu.
Musuhnya aja sih kayak over respect ke aku aja mungkin.
The enemy has been over respecting me, so that's why.
Kalian tuh lagi galak-galaknya Kenzie.
And guys, you are so
Kemenangan
fierce
hari
right now.
ini
So Kenzie, what do you think
melawan
about
Liquid ID.
today?
Apa faktor terbesar darimu, bekal darimu dari GEEK
So
Fam
what did
sehingga
you bring
tim
to
Liquid
this
ID yang
match
ada di upper
against
bracket
Liquid
bisa kalian
ID?
turunkan
Because they are the
ke
upper
lower
bracket
bracket?
team, the second best team in the regular season. How
aku
you
main Clouded terus
bring
aja.
them down?
Oke.
Satu hero aja udah cukup.
They giving me
Baiklah
Claude.
kalau begitu. Nah, ini dia nih. Untuk kemenangan
That's enough for
kalian
me.
kali ini, apa yang pengen disampaikan, Kenzie?
So Kenzie,
Apa tadi?
for this victory, what do you want to say?
Apa yang pengen disampaikan?
Makasih aja sih yang udah dukung kita.
Thank you for
sama
supporting me.
Yang udah datang ke sini juga.
Thank you for supporting us, and thank you for
Tunggu
the
kita
community
di-
who came here.
Besok aja besok.
And let's see tomorrow.
Tunggu kita di besok dan GEEK Community. Marilah kita sambut.
So for GEEK Community, let's welcome GEEK Fam.
Agad! Saan lakas ng music nila? Ninaan ko lang. Malakas kasi yung music.
Magical run alive here in Jakarta International Velodrome as they successfully take down the horses into the lower bracket where they will be moving forward to the upper bracket finals. What a time to be alive.
Top 3 confirmed for GEEK Fam after such a crazy road to make it here. Again, barely making it to playoffs.
Barely.
They had to play and win their final match of the season against Navi, and that win was a 2-1. So at the end of the
Oh.
day, it was such a nail-biting way to make it to the playoffs. Now in the playoffs, it looks smooth. It was a 3-0 and a 3-1. Yes, Game 5 was a bit dicey there. Sorry, Game 4 was a bit dicey. It could have been a Game 5 had TLID maybe played a little bit differently. But that's up to TLID. Right now, what I know is Marcel, Nazara, BBB, these guys are fantastic.
Yeah, that's why we want to give our flowers over to the player of the match, Marcel. Presented to you by the official gaming phone Infinix GT50 Pro. So close to becoming the rookie of the season.
So close.
But he really, really stepped up.
He beat the rookie of the season.
He beat the rookie of the season.
Exactly.
And yeah, I remember I said that for the game, after the drafts, it depends on the Marcel, how he plays the Lapu, how he zones out. For the first turtle, how he target the Akai, and also how he zones out the Yves, and also the Harriet, and he did. The first skill flicker up top that creates a comeback for GEEK. It just showed it deserved player of the match for Marcel. The way he plays Pakiro has also been amazing. It's been so close, right? We've been talking like for the first two games, is it Marcel that's the MVP? But a boy kind of steps up a little bit. And the first game, yeah, Nazara for sure. But this fourth game, man, Marcel. I mean, there's a lot good engage from Beloy, good fatal links, but still, man, this guy, that rookie, so good, Beloy.
Yep. He was truly the catalyst for the entire game here, especially in game number 4. Again, the Akai pick, we saw the vision, right? It was up against an Atlas, up against a Leomord. There were no other picks. Everything else was banned away from him, even the Fredrin and the Baksha. So the only picks available were you either go Suyo in a tough spot or you go ahead and pick up the Akai. They try the Akai, but that's why we don't see the Akai too much. Very easy to poke and very easy to bait that heavy spin.
But they needed to find a way to alleviate the pressure on Joe, I feel.
Yes.
Right? I mean, we saw it. If he doesn't get his Fredrin, if he doesn't get his power picks like the Leomord as well, obviously they took 2 weeks to figure out what they will pick in case this happens. And I guess like that plan B was supposed to be the Akai.
Still better than the Saber.
But I still think though, maybe they think that the glue and the ship will be always getting banned, so that's why they don't prepare for that. But for me, I think the rookie of the season, Drichel, needs to step up. It's been a rough match for him.
What makes you think that way? What happened to Drichel in that game?
I feel like he's not showing the rookie of the season caliber type of player, because he used to make the plays, he used to dodge everything, but he's playing too safe this playoff.
Oh.
I feel like he's playing too safe.
So do you think it's a mentality thing?
Probably it's first ever playoffs, but again,
what do you think?
I don't know. Right now, I think it's also because like the team isn't playing the way that they played in the regular season, not drafting the way they played or the way they drafted in the regular season. The glue pick for Leone is a great pick, right? But I think it also comes with certain conditions. Early on in the season, why it was so prioed for them is because no one knew how to beat it at the time. Now, there's an Atlas straight in the face and they pick it up. That's why, personally, Akai makes sense. For me, the glue is more of a, all right, that's kind of weird. You're up against an Atlas. It makes sense against the Leomord, but when there's an Atlas there, when there's a Kalea there, when there's someone that can lock you down to get everybody else to just burst you, it's tough. Because again, if you look at the itemization, this is just what you have on the glue nowadays, right? You don't go for the tank emblem, that's one. So you're not as tanky. And then you go for the glowing wand. So it makes you very vulnerable. You're squishy as a glue. Why don't you just go tank then? Then you're going to be leaving a lot on the table.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's definitely something that Honja will take notes of.
Yes.
Yeah.
Perhaps
Don't be too reliant.
That, right? Because I think one of the things that a lot of people were talking about, especially after they lost that game or match against GEEK in the regular season, was the hero pool. But they put it to the test. It didn't work out. They can go back to the drawing board because luckily for TLID and of course luckily for the Cavalries out there, there is still a lower bracket for them to fall on. And while we do wait for the next team to show up in the lower bracket and the upper bracket finals, ladies and gentlemen, I want to remind you that Bayou, all right, you saw the players up on stage, they had the skill, but that would be nothing without a reliable source of internet provider, something stable, something affordable, something that stays active forever, and it can go on non-stop without interruption. And the solution is Bayou. 1 gigabyte for only around 35,000 IDR. That's basically nothing as well. You get a full, strong Telkomsel signal, no lag, no drama, full 24-hour internet data, and gaming just gets smoother. It becomes even more fantastic. So let's switch to Bayou now. And of course, while you're at it, you guys can check out Dunya Games. Mirko will tell you why.
Hey, Dunya Games is amazing because you guys can get crazy quota bonuses. That includes diamonds, that includes WDPs as well. You already heard all the good stuff about Bayou. Now, imagine that with extra 3 gigabytes of data. Imagine that with, I think, 700 bonus diamonds. Hey, basically a free WDP all throughout. Go and get your DG points as well, because if you get DG points, you can trade it here in the venue with merchandise.
Exactly. Exactly. It's a win-win-win. There's so many cool things that we're telling you right now.
Win-win-win and one loss.
Win-win-win. Yeah, we don't talk about that. We don't talk about that. But you said one earlier on, and that reminds me of One Play. So calling all the fans out there, One Play X MPL official virtual card is about to drop. And this is your exclusive gateway. He has a really special one to collect World Championship Pro Player cards. And of course, we're bringing you the closer to the Global Champions. Think authentic signatures. You have jersey relics, just all the things that, of course, a collector dreams of. Scan the QR code for more information, and of course, follow them and stay ahead of the crowd to secure your favorite world-class players. You want to spill what you have?
I have a signature Kyrie PSA 10.
Sheesh.
It's graded.
What is it worth?
$20.
That's a lot of dollars. That's a lot of dollars.
It's like
That's
5
so
million
good.
in rupiah or something. I don't know.
That's super good. That's super good.
You know, you talk about super good, but Aldo knows what's so good. As Relize puts it.
Yes.
Relize likes to snack. Gani likes to snack. Aldo likes to eat.
I like to eat. And man, so good. Come on, man. This is one of my favorite sausages.
How do you get
brand.
it out? Oh.
There you go. There you go. There you go.
It smells so good.
Smells so good. Yes.
I love
the last one.
So good. Smoked cheese.
There you go, smoked cheese.
Smoked cheese?
Making during those critical moments was absolutely insane, but it wasn't just luck. It's easier to stay calm and focused when you've got a hearty, meaty meal in your system. That's why before every match,
grabe yung
grab some
chikahan
good
nila.
sausage packed with lots of real meat. W real meat.
W real meat. And check out Instagram at SoGoodID for details on how to join.
Can I get one?
Yes, because you can get a chance to win awesome meaty prizes until June 22 June 2026.
Oh my god, this one's like sambal, bro. Look at this.
Bulldog. Sheesh. Is it good? So good.
You gotta take it, coach.
Oh,
I'm enjoying this meal too much, man.
And come on, guys. We've seen new mascot for MPL ID, Suga. Let's go follow the account at Suga was here.
Suga.
And drop your best comments of Suga because the 5 best comments will receive a special MPL ID t-shirt from Suga. Let's go. Hashtag MPL ID Season 17. Hashtag we own this. Hashtag Suga was here. Hashtag nice game.
Sorry, I'm still eating. It's so good. It's actually good.
You're just trolling me.
Can you end the show, coach?
Yeah, I think we have to throw the break soon. Oh, Asian Games.
Oh. And don't forget to support our team national team
Asian Games qualifier.
MLBB for Asian Games 2026 qualifier in Singapore, June 18th to June 21st, 2026. We got to see the alter ego
Tapos
mode.
nito, no? Asian Games naman.
A lot of Asian teams. Check it out.
Next TikTok pala yun.
A lot of time.
A lot of room, no pressure. Actually, maybe a lot of pressure, but not as much because they don't need to play playoffs and Asian Games.
Exactly.
They're saving scrap for Asian Games. Stanford, be careful, y'all.
Pinuya.
Pinuya, careful. Nepomuceno, careful.
Nepomuceno, careful.
You want to wrap it up?
Yeah, just close it.
Okay, guys, so
Kumakain sila eh.
great first match. See you guys on the second match. BTR versus ONIC. See you later. See ya. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. So, matagal yan, guys. Re-relive na lang. Mamaya na lang ulit mga ansing. Bye-bye.